Build.
Yeah, bigger shows.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, y'all packed it out though, right? Or no?
No,
It was
like more than half.
It wasn't packed, but there were like 40 tickets sold, so it was like cool.
Yeah.
It was a cool crowd, man. They were fun.
That's badass, man. San Antonio, what's up? We're live.
Oh shit.
Can you do the intro, Roger, please? I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm chewing chips. I got it.
Orly.
Oh yeah. Welcome to another episode of Aliens on the Border, everybody. As always, my name is Roger Ramirez. I'm the co-host of the show, and with us tonight is Josh, as always.
Oh yes, hi.
The host of the show, and tonight we've got Orly
Valdez.
Orly Valdez. This is episode 101.
Episode 101. We've broken the barrier.
We are binary now, boy.
Yeah.
We
fucking-
took the virginity of the internet, bro.
Yeah. Strap yourselves in. Let's go.
Aliens on the border.
The Army Air Forces has announced that a flying disc has been found.
Faster than light, spaceship of the future.
Our direction of the President of the United States, stay in your home.
Is it human or inhuman? Earthly or unearthly?
Born in that swirling inferno of radioactive dust, there is no word to describe them.
We may be witnesses to a biblical prophecy come true.
Why is it that we usually ignore the fourth dimension?
Is this the human race of the future?
Aliens on the border.
Dude, episode 101. We've officially broken the seal, the barrier. We're on the other side of kill. I don't know what that means, but I just said it. Anyway, so you guys just got back from San Antonio.
We did, yeah. We were at San Antonio, Texas for we were doing a show for Mind Twist Comedy.
Mind Twist Comedy, yeah.
They're a comedy group. Well, not necessarily a comedy group. It's like a promotional entity. Like they don't have like a roster of comedians like local groups here. But like actually, you know what? They're more like Laugh Laredo, right? So Mind Twist Comedy is from San Antonio, Texas. Irma, the lady who runs it. Yeah,
Good
she
Set,
was
bro,
on
right?
Good Set, bro. This last episode of Good Set, bro. Which if you guys haven't checked it out, it's Aaron Suarez's podcast and it's real good.
GSB.
Y'all should go check it out. So we did that. Aaron was headlining. I was hosting. Franny was doing a guest spot or a feature. I'm not even sure if he was featuring or not. No, it was a guest spot. And then we had this one dude named Big John or Big Joe.
I think it was Big Joe.
Big Joe?
Yeah.
I have it written down. I'm not going to check. But Big Joe and then Casey Quick. We had Casey Quick on there. And there was an interesting dynamic like the whole show.
That was super fucking interesting to watch that. Like it was like to see her do her set. It was pretty interesting because she seemed like she looked like a teacher, like maybe like a middle school teacher. And her fucking set was like exactly like how she looks. Real clean and real adorable, and it was fucking cool. And what made me laugh afterwards is that when we like the show ended, we went outside to smoke cigarettes, and she's there like fucking shit, smoking cigarettes.
Yeah,
and
she
I was
gets
like,
to saying
shit.
she's like, I try to keep my sets clean, but then I just start saying dick all the time. And I was like, all right, yeah. She's like, I try to say penis, but yeah,
Penis.
but yeah. So it was an interesting crowd. This is maybe my third time hosting a show, like an actual showcase. Like I do the hosting for the Mic Drop pretty often, but my third time hosting a showcase, and it's weird because I'm getting like more experienced each time and kind of reading the crowd a little bit different. This was what I would say Aaron's crowd, because Aaron has a different like dynamic with the different crowds that he's got, and we've talked about this before when we did have an episode with him. And what was funny is that Orly, well, we'll talk about that right now, but Aaron's got he does really fucking well with older crowds, specifically older crowds that are like white and black. I don't know why, but he just does so well with both of them, and he just kind of like dials in, and it was just such a good fucking. He killed it last night, man. It was great.
Fucking murdered that fucking crowd, dude. It was insane.
he had laughs going the whole way through. It was a real strong episode. I mean, a real strong set.
It was at Breathe Lounge, right?
At Breathe Lounge, yeah, and that's actually a place that I had never been to before. I didn't even know it existed, but the show was originally supposed to be at Jokesters, but we switched over to Breathe Lounge, and yeah, it was good. It was a good night. Not as packed as they wanted it to be, I imagine, but I think it was her first time doing a showcase there. So it's pretty understandable that dude in Casey, the Casey sold like 30 of the tickets. It was nuts. So
when I heard her number, I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah. So so it was real cool. And before we dive into the stuff that I know I do want to talk about with you, Orly is also on the side started doing comedy. He was actually, you know what? I think you were our first. So for those of you who don't know who are watching, the mic drop, yeah, the mic drop is an open mic that we run at Cultura Thursdays, and the open mics are people, like anybody can go and sign up. Yeah. Josh has done a couple of them already now, and you had one real good fucking set, like I think it was like 2 weeks ago, right?
I was actually gonna bring that out this past Thursday, like that same, more or less the same set from that night,
right?
But I ended up just chilling with my family.
Yeah, it was 4th of July,
America
man.
Day.
It was interesting. Is it like even for 4th of July, we still packed the place, man. It was
it was pretty cool, dude.
I saw
yeah,
your post, dude. I was like, damn.
Yeah,
and we were really worried because in the beginning the crowd was real thin,
the
dude.
crowd was
real
light.
thin.
I mean, at the beginning, Diabetic Jesus, shout out Raul Seca, because he always fucking comes
He's
through.
gonna be playing on 4DF.
Oh yeah,
and Matt too. Matt
dope.
Oh, dude, I'm excited. I actually have that day off.
Sick, dude.
Fuck yeah.
That's next Friday. Shit.
Yeah, next Friday. You ready?
Next Friday, baby.
I'm ready, dude. We're talking. Oh, we're not going to talk about.
Yeah, we can. Whatever.
All right. Well, it's false flags.
False flags.
Farce flags. Yeah.
Farce fags.
So we're gonna yeah. So okay, I don't want to like cross promote everything.
Yeah, anyway,
we'll talk about that shit right now. But so at the mic drop. So yeah, people go sign up. They can be new. They can be veterans. You go there to try new shit or just polish the polish your jokes that you already have like ready. And I'm holding this like my drink. I just realized.
I know, right?
I just pounding down on this spinach dip.
Papaya that shit.
Open like
And Orly here was I want to say the first new sign up. He not the very first new sign up, but the first new sign up that
on the first set
killed on the very first mic drop. And
because I didn't go to the very first one, I went to the second one. Right, I think.
No, you actually went to the first one because
you went to the first one.
Because you were the first guy.
Oh, I was the very first one.
Yeah,
you were
the first
one.
You were the first.
Yeah,
you were the first sign up.
Yeah.
Fresh blood.
First fresh blood. Yeah.
You know, funny story about that. I didn't know that like that was the actual order. Like in my mind, it didn't click that like I'm signing up for number one and I'm gonna open.
This is the order. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's because the thing is that I think I think at the time also we had planned to make it so in order to kind of keep a little flow going for like the comedy or whatever, I wanted to do veteran newbie, veteran newbie, veteran newbie. That way you have like, you know, if the crowd like, oh dude, this guy fucking sucks, you have a veteran who come up who do, you know, a decent job if they're, you know,
because like who was it? I think it was the first time we did mic drop. There was this one guy. Was it the social anxiety guy? That guy fucking bombed, bro.
Oh, the guy that just went up there?
Yeah. He started talking about like, oh, I have social anxiety and blah, blah, blah.
And I thought like it was a good setup to stuff, but the amount of nothing that happened really fucking pissed me off.
We'll talk about that in a bit because I hate episodes where it's like we dive into the comedy scene, but I feel like we do have to talk about it here because I would consider an up and coming comedian. I mean, you're a budding comedian. You're still in the very early stages. You're still writing. Like, your last set sucked, to be fair.
Oh, dude, it fucking like I'm gonna be honest. That's also on me.
Thursday.
Yeah, the 4th of July one. I don't know what happened, but I
was
like, cool.
Some days you don't feel it.
Yeah, and then as soon as I stepped on stage, I was like, dude, I really don't want to do this.
But you know what? It takes balls to admit it. You know, because there's times where like I'll say it, and you know sometimes people get shit for it, but I'll say like I don't feel funny today, you know, and so and sometimes you just don't feel it. So it takes balls to admit that you don't feel it and to just recognize it and just come back the next time, even, you know.
I am proud of that first joke I said though, because even though I said it really shitty and I delivered it really bad, I still got chuckles out of it. I'm like, okay, if I'm saying it badly and it's still getting chuckles, I think if I actually like work at it, I can actually get it.
Well, that's a huge step to it. So I mean, Orly here has been doing comedy. He just kind of like for, I guess, like a little icebreaker to the comedy road life or whatever. We took him with us yesterday to go
road dog.
to go and check out to go and check out the stuff. So it was It was me, Franny, Aaron, and Orly, and we hit the road, and it was a good time, man. It was fun, dude. We had a fucking bitchin' Airbnb. It was nuts, dude. We had
y'all were like balling out of control.
Yo, like, we were making jokes. We were like, bro, I'm finna come in this goddamn house, bro. It was looking nice, dude.
When we got back, it was like, oh, I'm just gonna go back to my 3-story
Airbnb, bro. What's up, dude? Like, yeah.
You want to hit the fucking pool? There's trees right next to it.
Yeah, bro. Like, yo, we got actual grass, none of this weed shit here in fucking like Laredo, bro.
Yo, it was
fucking front lawn.
Dude, for real, same, bro.
It was crazy. Beautiful, and then shout out to Edman for letting us stay there, man, because it was like free man.
Damn.
So you just gotta sit there, and we got there. We took a dip in the pool, waited for Aaron to show up. Afterwards, Aaron got there. We all got ready for the show. Went fucking killed. Then we went to HEB, picked up some fucking hot dogs and bacon, and fucking just cooked up. What's funny, dude, is that I was super excited because I always get excited to just like, I haven't had like a cookout in a while. It was.
Tell me about it, bro.
I haven't had a cookout in a while. It was my birthday and 4th of July, and I didn't fucking cook out this last week, so I was like super excited. And
fucking get it.
And Edman tells us, oh, it's a gas grill, and I was like, oh, okay. Well, I've never used one before, but
easy as pie.
Yeah, it's like I read up on it real quick, and it was like just to warm up half. Step 1 on, step 2 grill. It was no, but like I've turned on a gas grill before, but I never cooked on one before.
No, yeah, so just understandable. They get hotter a lot quicker.
What was funny as shit was that like I remember telling Aaron Suarez, I called him. I was like, hey man, can you turn on the grill? And then he was like, I don't know how to use a gas grill. I was like, yo, have you ever used a stove? It's the same shit,
dude, for real, dude.
And, the only like one of the only differences I've noticed, I've only used like a handful of gas grills, is like some of them have like a button that you have to like.
It's a starter, the pilot or whatever the fuck.
And you just
So then check this out, man. I'm inside wrapping the fucking hot dogs and bacon, putting little toothpicks and all that kind of shit. And Irma, the lady who owns the Airbnb, well, she's also one of the comedians, right? We had I don't know how many fucking people there. She runs upstairs.
Like 12.
Yeah, we had it was a good.
Damn, y'all had a vibe.
We had some friends come over, yeah, and what's it called? She runs upstairs, and she's like, guys, we need the fire extinguisher. We're like, oh, what's going on? She's like, the grill's on fire. And Franny, without a fucking beat, dude, he goes, oh, I think it's supposed to be on fire.
Like, this is not how grills work, dude.
Yeah, he's like, I'm pretty sure that's how grills work. Yeah, it's funny as fuck. And so
making him sound like Hank Hill, dude.
So he was like,
thank you, I'll be here all week.
He goes and she goes and she grabs a fire extinguisher, goes out. And I had to go downstairs to go check it out. And sure enough, dude, they sprayed the shit out of it, dude. I guess what had happened was that it was dirty, and they had like the oil left over, and it caught fire, and like that was that. And so we had to do them in the fucking oven. Damn. They still came out badass. Though.
I mean, yeah.
You should have seen his fucking face though. He's like, we're gonna make him in the oven. He's like, fucking hate the oven, dude.
No, dude, it's not that I hate the oven. It's just like I wanted to fucking cook out, bro. I wanted to
that's part of the only thing. One of the only things that I'm like fucking iffy about on gas grills is like, the propane and shit. I'm like, I'm gonna fucking explode, bro.
Propane.
Just give me a regular
propane and propane accessory.
Yo, so we almost burned the Airbnb down. That was cool.
Sounds like a good time.
Afterwards, we made the fucking hot dogs. Everybody came up. They were like eating and just chilling, and then we went outside and we talked for a good fucking 3 hours, man, and we were just like hanging out there and like telling stories and shit, and it was pretty cool. And so like I haven't even given you a chance to talk, dude. So dude, what is your what's your like inspiration behind like wanting to get into the comedy scene, man?
I mean, like, I always try to be like the funny person in situations, and like, I mean, there's situations where people are funnier than me, and that's fine. I just like riffing with them, but I always had an idea that I always wanted to be a comedian. Like, I remember like those fucking like, oh, when I grow up, I want to do this. Like, that, I wrote that down when I was like, I want to say in the 8th grade. In the 8th grade, I was like, I want to be a comedian. I think that's fun. I was watching like Jeff Dunham and shit. I think he was like genius. And
fuck Jeff Dunham.
But yeah, like that.
Franny performed in front of him once. Did he tell you that?
Yeah, he told me that story. Yeah, that was the story where like we cut him off and he wanted to like kill himself or some shit.
Nah,
dude.
that wasn't the one, bro.
Wasn't it that one?
It was the one about Nando.
Oh yeah. But yeah, like I always wanted to do it, And then Franny always tried to get me into it. Always tried to like, hey, come on, let's like I'm doing this open mic here.
You got so mad.
And then I'm just like, and I was just like, oh, okay, yeah. And I never went. Like I was just like, nah, I don't want to go. But then when you guys announced the mic drop, I was like, oh, Cultura, dude. Like I fuck with Cultura heavy, you know, like. And I was like, oh, if I come up with a joke, like I'll do it. Like if I think of a joke, and then like the week's going by, and I'm like not thinking of anything. I'm not even trying. And then the day of the mic drop, I'm in the shower, and we're about to get ready to go to the mic drop, and then like a story pops in my head.
You're like,
and I was like, yo, this is funny. This is a funny story, which is the whole story that I did, like the whole.
No, you don't have to share
yeah,
it.
no,
But
still,
you don't have
I'm
to
trying
share
to
it. Go to the mic drop.
Yeah, and
yeah, I'm still polishing
live.
that set, so I still gotta like work on it. So I'll probably say it a few more times before I have it locked down. Plus, I haven't even done the second one I've done ever.
Yeah.
I haven't done that one time.
That's always like super cool. So I'm like super glad that like I know Franny was kind of like roping you into it too, man. So I'm excited because like we've had a couple of milestones in just 1 month really. So first we had 2 new comedians kind of get on the scene, and one of them has already booked his first special guest spot.
Damn,
that's
which one?
Robert Peralta.
Oh yeah,
real shit, nice,
bro,
Damn.
dude. He's fucking clever, and Aaron really liked his stuff. And it's not to say that yours is bad or anything like that.
No, that's fine.
But,
dude, I
But
understand.
you suck, you know.
Yeah,
No,
fucking
but
not good enough.
Yeah.
But I think the thing is that
Nah, he fucking murdered. Dude.
yeah, he's
dude.
he's really clever. He's got his timing on set on
Very
on
quippy.
It.
Quippy,
Exactly. And I mean,
fast.
even still, you know what? You know what's funny is that he had 2 real like killer sets, right? And this last one wasn't so hot.
Yeah.
So
He was there Thursday too.
yeah, he was there Thursday, and like I said, it wasn't so hot. But he recognized that, and I think so. Yeah, the milestones are that we're getting new comedians on the scene for the first time. Because I think before that, like the first new comedian that started like booking things and all that kind of shit is me. Like I think I was the last one that started, you know, like getting on there and like doing like showcases and shit. If not, maybe Albert. I think I'm not sure if Albert came out.
The comedy mime.
Yeah, I think it was maybe after. I don't know. Whatever.
I just seen him do that one special guest spot for Laredo Funny.
Wait,
like
he's
Young Guns, I think.
he's a Laredo Funny member now.
Oh,
So
wow.
Exclusive. I'm sure we really do need a soundboard, dude.
Oh fuck, we should have done that for this one.
I mean,
a soundboard, dude.
We'll have it ready for the next one for sure. Whatever.
We need to set up an episode. Side note: we need to set up an episode with Laredo Funny because we got a collaborative thing with them on Thursday.
Oh, okay.
So,
This upcoming Thursday, right?
yeah.
All right.
So we got to do one on like Monday,
Yeah, I'm
Tuesday.
doing business meetings right here. What's
Right,
up, guys?
No, so yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, who are you? No, I'm just kidding. So yeah, there's like a
Been
lot.
trying to be on here for the past month.
Right? Yeah, dude. So
Hey, sorry.
hey, so all right. So then, Orly's a man of many talents.
Thank you.
Funny dude. Real cool to kick it with. But on the side, he's also an artist.
Yes.
So
Oh yeah, really? I didn't know about that. Tell me about that.
Oh yeah. Like that was my first like quote unquote love. Like I discovered drawing and all that shit when I was 8. And I was like, oh dude, like this is my shit, bro.
Just
Like
thinking about
fucking
you
like,
discovering drawing, like holy shit.
yeah, dude, like
what is this?
Whoa, dude, I can copy. Drawing lines. Oh, dad.
Look at this line
Look at
word.
these lines,
Zaddy.
dude. Zaddy. Fuck. But yeah, like I discovered drawing like at that age, and I fucking loved it. And at first I would just copy images and like I see how perfectly I can match them. I remember the first actual one that came out really good that my dad thought I traced. Like that was a big like milestone for me. Was yeah.
You know what's
It looked like I traced it.
Like,
And
now
like,
you traced it. Like fuck you, dad. Look,
yeah,
the
look at
lines
this
don't
freak
match.
ass. Yeah,
Suck my
shit,
dick,
bro.
bro.
So it was a fucking cover for Green Eggs and Ham. I still remember that shit. Fucking Green Egg, that fucking guy like bending over. It's actually like,
Dr.
like
Seuss?
yeah, dude. They fucking drew that, and I just got into that, and then I just kept on doing that, and then I remember when I was in middle school, I was the top student in my art class, and like the art teacher, like she was a fucking bitch, but she was the only one that was like really like helping me, like, hey, you know, like you should do this, you should do that. Like she was like taking interest into what I was doing.
But meanwhile, she was a bitch.
No, she was a bitch,
Elaborate.
like she was a bitch like to the whole class, but she was
Okay,
nice
okay.
to me. And I was like basically the teacher's pet at that point, and it kind of looked bad because I wasn't trying to be. I was just like, oh, this is my shit, dude. Like I can just thrive.
This is my jam.
Yeah, dude. Like I can fuck with it, bro. I'm just listening to Salt and Pepper, the fucking like
Yeah.
drawing the shit. But like all that happened, And then she told me like, oh, you should pursue this like in high school. And I'm like, don't tell me what to do, dude. I'm a cool kid.
I'm fucking rebel.
I'm fucking rebel, dude. I smoke weed already. I started smoking weed at that age also.
In middle school?
In middle school at 11.
Oh, that's
yeah.
nice. What?
Hi, Dad. But yeah, I started smoking weed at that age. So I was like, I don't give a fuck. And then I slacked off on it for so long. I didn't do anything in high school and then until my senior year, I was like taking drawing 2 barely, and that was my last like art class I had to take. But I don't know why I was like, nah, dude, like fuck this. Like I really want to do this. Like this is fucking badass. I really want. Like it was with a teacher that was actually like into it because the other teachers didn't really care. So I decided to like take all of them. So in like the last 2 semesters of my senior year, I took like all the art classes. I got all the way to art 3, and then I took theater arts and all that shit. So I took all the art classes I could, and then I was like, yeah, I really want to pursue this. Like this is something I'm passionate about. I also met Mauro, another local artist from Laredo.
Yeah, we've had him on the show before.
Yeah, like I met him through my art teacher. He came over to our class and he presented
What's
some
your
of
art
his
teacher's name?
Miss.
Never mind.
Well, I forgot her. I feel bad. I forgot her name.
No, because I was thinking it was a Mister. So.
Oh yeah, the Mister. Yeah, R.I.P. That guy, man. So sad.
Who?
Mr. What was his last name?
I don't know. I don't know who the fuck you're talking about.
Yeah, dude, and Alexander.
No.
One of the art teachers, he passed away recently.
No idea.
Oh, Barrones.
Barones, yeah, dude. I think he did the mural at Cultura.
Yeah.
So yeah, R.I.P. that guy. Real good artist. I loved his work. I actually owned one of his T-shirts for a while, but I lost it.
You sold paintings?
Yeah, I've sold paintings before. I've sold so far only 3, and one guy.
What kind of pieces?
Just small little paintings. Like the first painting I ever did. Like when let me get into how I started painting. I don't want to like jump. So in college, I studied art. I was a art all over certification. That was like a degree that my parents would agree with me doing, because it's technically an art degree, but it's an art degree for me to teach art. So if like my art career didn't plan out, I can become an art teacher from kindergarten all the way to 12th grade. That was like the degree I was going for. But I dropped out. I was like, nah, I don't like this. Like it was more like studying than actual art shit. I only got to take like 1 art class the entire like 2 years I was there. And I was like, nah, dude, I don't want to do this anymore. So I left, and I was just not doing anything with art. And then I went through like some traumatic shit in my like past. And then I was like, fuck it, dude. Like I have a new perspective on life. Like I'm enjoying my life a lot more. So like what's stopping me from making art, dude? Like what's going to stop me? So the first thing I did is I went to Ross, of all places, and they had like this fucking little pack of oil paintings. And I always wanted to try oil. Never painted them before, so I just fucking bought that.
And it's fucking hard, man.
So I bought an oil packet, and I bought brushes, and I bought canvases. They all had it there at Ross. I was only like $12 for everything, super cheap.
Nice.
So then I started fucking with it. Like, damn, dude, like this is fucking hard. Like, I don't know what the fuck to do with this. And then I just kept on trying and trying and trying. And then I got my first actual. It was an 8x10 painting done, and it was just literally like splat marks. I just wanted to see because I wanted to test with like mediums and stuff. Excuse me. But I got into that. I did that splat mark thing, and then that was my first one that I ever did anything, and I was really happy with it. So what I do with my paintings, like a little secret thing that I like to do. It's on all my paintings. I like to draw, like write little stories behind them and little things that are like, oh, like the first painting I ever did, like, oh, I was in a dark place, I wasn't happy. I didn't know what to do, and then this saved me. And then I just signed it. And then some guy messaged me saying like, hey, I really like that one. This is already after like I already made a few more. And he's like, how much? And I was like, oh, like I never thought of me selling these. I was just kind of making them for me. But I was like, all right, like I'll sell it for you for 10. He's like, oh, cool, right? So
10 grand?
I had, all right, yeah.
10 million.
10 mil, bro. Just hiding it, bro. Yeah, and that's how I became a millionaire. So yeah, I'm about to leave to the Bahamas. And
thanks.
Cool, man.
Yeah. Here's some money. Buy some new equipment.
Yeah, no, right. Buy better equipment. Here you go.
Yeah, thanks, bro. We appreciate it.
But
not for weed.
Like the guys, I told him, I'll sell it to him for 10, and we meet up at the Starbucks parking lot. And I was about to go into work, and then he's like, all right, yeah, and he does like the handshake thing where like he slides me money like I'm a drug dealer. Yeah, and then I was like, cool. And the reason why he did it because I look at it and I see a 20, and I'm like, oh, dude, I said 10. And then, but I was like, wait, it's too thick to be one bill. And I looked at it, it was $100.
Oh shit.
And he's like, no, dude, like, I know, like, I want to support you, like, fucking, please, like, just keep doing you. Don't buy drugs with it. I'm like, nah, dude, I don't do drugs anymore. And he's like,
Anymore.
Yeah,
Emphasis on the anymore.
Anymore, yeah.
Or any less.
So I had the $100. I was like, I didn't know what to do, and I was like, I was in shock. And the guy just like walked away. He's like, yeah, man, thank you, and he walked away. And I was like, wow, dude, like,
What was it a painting of?
it was a paint. Like, I can look it up. Like, it's just literally like splat marks, dude. And I
Oh,
made.
is it like one of the ones that you showed me where you were doing like a lot of the layered stuff?
No, it's not one of those.
Oh, okay.
It was a different one.
I saw one you did of Godzilla that I really liked.
Yeah,
Was
that
like a
one's for
silhouette.
that was for my friend JJ. Shout out JJ.
Yeah.
Fucking love you.
Put up a
But-
piece, dude. There's a lot of blank space in here.
Oh yeah, dude. If you want, I can. Like, well, how big do you want it?
Whatever, dude.
All right,
You
dude.
do you, baby. Just pull up.
Yeah, dude, whatever.
Yeah, it was an 8x10. I called it Splat, and then I sold it. I'm trying to see if it can load up. If it loads up, yeah, there we go. It was just like a little abstract piece that I made and wanted to see.
Puta madre. Sorry.
Nice.
Just hand it to me. I got fat fingers.
Anyway,
Show to the camera.
It's. I mean.
I don't know. I didn't even know
Get-
that it's gonna
get-
catch it.
yeah.
Man.
It's on your Instagram, right?
Yeah, it's on my Instagram. Zagang, ZA_GAN,
Gang,
but
gang.
another G at the end.
Double G.
Oh, double G.
Double G at the end.
ZA_gang with
Gang,
an extra G.
with
at
an
the
extra
end.
G at the end. Yeah.
There you go.
I'm
We
have
it.
my
Butcher that.
actual. I actually want to like say this, but I have my first art show.
Oh, yeah, that's what we're going to talk about. We're going to plug
Yeah,
that.
I'll have my first art show at Cultura on November 8th. If you guys want to come by and check it out.
Nice.
I was like, I think I'm being like real smart about this. But I was like, I specifically chose November 8th when I was having the meeting with the owners. I was like, because it's on a payday Friday and it's Friday. And it's like, that's it. Like, I'm smart, right?
I thought it
Like,
was because it was like Drake thing or something.
nah,
It's
dude.
November 18th. Come on, man.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
man,
right.
Come on.
I'm off. Sorry.
So yeah, like I chose November 8th because I was thinking like it'll be smart to do November 8th. People got paid that day. People will come and drink. It's a Friday. They're gonna have hella traffic like usual, and it's also before like any major holidays happen. You know, like usually people leave like in
Perfect
the
time.
like towards the end of November for like Thanksgiving and Christmas and all that
Mhm.
shit. So I was thinking like, oh, around that time, like a little earlier, like that'd be smart. But also like I want to shout out my friend Juan. He's gonna do a collab with me that art show. It's gonna be my art show in the beginning, and then the last hour is gonna be a video premiere for his like skate stuff.
Well, was it the one that happened at the Boogaloo?
Yeah. He had, like that one was called Casino. You guys should check out Casino. It's fucking sick. I got trashed as fuck that night. That was fucking bad. But yeah, like me and him are gonna do a collab on that art show. But yeah.
Do you have like a specific concept that you're doing for the show or no?
No, not really. Like it's just more like pieces that I have at the moment.
Okay.
I'm kind of like going for abstract, and there's some realism in it, like not that much, but like I really do enjoy like abstract work. Like it just so like entertaining to me. Like it's like things.
Who's your
that-
favorite artist?
My favorite artist, I'll actually have to say a guy that Mao introduced me to. Well, like he didn't really introduce me to him.
Oh, you're
but,
talking. I know who you're talking about.
Emmanuel.
Emmanuel.
Yeah, that guy. He's from I think Sweden. He's in Sweden right now. Fucking great fucking work, dude. And he does acrylic too, which is insane because I can't fucking work with acrylic at all. But that guy does some fucking great work. Acrylic and charcoal. He does a lot of that. You guys follow him on Instagram. I met him. I never thought I was meeting him ever, but then like he had an art show in San Antonio, and I went. And that's also where I met George Lopez.
What? Like the fucking comedian?
The comedian George
What the
Lopez,
fuck?
dude.
That was
Fucking
crazy.
random, right? Because he did portraits of George Lopez, and they came into contact, and I guessing like he just came by.
Is he tall?
Actually, he's only maybe around. He's probably your height, because you're like what, like an inch too taller than me.
Yeah, I'm like 5'9", 5'10".
Yeah, he's around your height.
Okay, because he looks kind of tall
No, yeah, like
on stage.
but he was also wearing like dress shoes, so I gave him like an extra like inch.
Yeah.
So he's probably like maybe shorter than you.
Oh, okay, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah,
Anyway,
like-
sorry.
No, yeah, dude. Like I was actually kind of wanted to talk about that because like very few people know it, and I'm like fucking like oh fuck about it. But yeah, like I met the artist. It was super fucking weird not because like I met him, but I'm saying like I never thought I would meet him because I was like, oh, he's from Switzerland, dude. Like how the fuck am I ever gonna meet that guy? He
Yeah,
has
like,
like
what are the
crazy,
odds?
and then his fucking paintings he sells them for like $15K for like a cheap one.
Damn.
De
Yeah.
Sousa or De Sousa is his name.
Yeah,
Emmanuel
yeah.
De Sousa.
Dinesh D'Souza?
But I think it's pronounced cheese Danish, sir. But
Danish.
But yeah, like I met him, and then what was crazy was that I was he was talking, and then I looked to me, and it's like George Lopez like right next to me, and like we're just standing there listening to the artist talk, and I'm just like staring at George Lopez, and like they're having like this back and forth, and they look at me, and then I was just like, yeah, the good paintings, dude. Like I didn't know what to fucking say.
Good set, bro.
Good set, bro.
Did you say she told him like, hey, fucking come down to Laredo?
Dude, I couldn't say shit to him because like that guy was like, he has a fucking intimidation, dude. That his vibe is hardcore, like aggressive, like intimidation. I don't know what it is about him, but he's real intimidating. He's just a real intimidating guy.
Like, is he like? What does he look like, or what the fuck?
Like he's a normal looking dude. Like he dresses. Honestly, I'm be honest. I think he dresses very hipster for like a traditional Mexican man from how his sets are and stuff. But yeah, he dresses pretty hipster now. He wears like.
Wait, who are we talking about? George Lopez or
George Lopez? Not the artist.
I was like the artist.
No. George Lopez. Talking about George Lopez.
All right.
But yeah, like
interesting. I never would have guessed that.
Yeah, like he was also like cracking jokes, but like not like I was like, it's weird to see like a dude like that, like so fucking famous and making jokes, telling like a normal dad joke. And I was just like, yo, that joke sucked. But yeah, it was pretty interesting to like just fucking be a part of that. And I got nervous and I talked to the fucking artist finally, and I asked for a picture. Took a picture with him, George Lopez, and Mauro. Because honestly, dude, like my second favorite artist is Mauro. Like his fucking work just blows my fucking mind. He did the
last poster for.
Yeah, dude, the Fire Crotch thing. His whole Fire fucking series is just insane, dude.
Oddly enough, that the last graphic for I was gonna say Good Sepper, but for fucking Mic Drop, it reminds me of Waking Life.
Yeah, you told
movie.
me. Mm-hmm.
It looks fucking dope. I don't know if you've ever seen that movie, or if anyone listening has ever seen that movie, but y'all should check it out. It's a fucking badass movie. It's crazy as fuck. It might bore you to sleep, but it might not.
I don't know. Yeah, I fucking. When I was watching your guys' last like 100 episode, I looked up the Love and Saucers.
Did you watch it?
I didn't watch it because I couldn't find it anywhere.
Oh, it was on Hulu.
It's not on Hulu
it's
anymore.
On Hulu anymore?
I have Hulu. Yeah, it's not on Hulu anymore.
Check Amazon Prime.
I don't have Amazon Prime, dude. Yeah, I only have Hulu and I have fucking Netflix.
The flicks.
I also have like fucking an anime app, dude. I'm subscribed to Crunchy, of course, sir. Yeah. Nothing but big titty animes for me, man. You know what I'm saying?
not to take a super hard left turn, and I want to come back to it, but there's just something I've been wanting to bring up. On the morning of the 4th, America Day, I got a message from Aaron because we had just uploaded the latest episode of Good Sepro with myself and Franny, right? And I was like, what the fuck? So I look, and it was like probably like 6 or 7 in the morning, dude. Once, because I edited the night before, set it to like upload or whatever, and I woke up to like actually publish it. And then like an hour or two later, my phone vibrates and shit, and I look at it, and then I'm like, what the fuck is going on? So I go to my like the Facebook app like whatever, to see how it's doing or whatever. And then Facebook's like, hey Josh, are you going through like troubling times or whatever? And I'm like, what the fuck? And I can't take that message off of my screen. Like I can't do anything. I have to click OK and keep going with like this dialogue that the app is like forcing on me. And I was like, what the fuck is this? What the fuck is this, or what the fuck? And so I click OK, and then it's like, get help now, or like find help and all this other shit. And I was like, what the fuck is going on? So I was like, I kept clicking next, and then it was like, your post has violated our terms of service. And I don't know what. And they took down the episode that we posted of Good Sepro. And I was like, what the fuck is going on?
For what?
I don't know. It didn't say. It just says your post violated our terms of community terms or whatever the fuck. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, there's nothing offensive at it at all. The description is very, like, there's nothing, no, what do you call it? Like, vulgar language or anything like that in it or anything.
Did you use any music during it?
No. The only music we have is, like, Aaron's own beat for, like, the intro and the outro of Good Sepro. And he made that beat, so it's his beat, right? So, and it was really weird. And I was like, what the hell's going on? So I was like, no, this is dumb. And it gave me the option, like, oh, do you let it go or submit for review? And I was like, yeah, I'm going to submit this shit for review because this is retarded. And then when I looked at Aaron's message, because
it's 2019.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck. Use I would. No, but so they were like, I think it was yesterday. Was it yesterday? Yeah, I think it was yesterday. Like in the evening, where I went back and then I see the episode again on the news feed, and then I go to my notifications. It's like, yeah, our bad. We messed up. Like your post was actually like within our guidelines and all this other stuff. And I was like, what the hell? But like in the description of the episode, I know because on the episode itself we talked about like Franny's mental health and him going to therapy and stuff. So the description had like mental health, like generational hopelessness and other stuff, right? Like the topics that we talk about.
Yeah.
And so I'm assuming that it had to do with that, and they just assumed like, oh no, this is fucking bad. Censor. It was weird.
I don't know, man, because it's still kind of like I
It's
think
very
maybe
weird.
people like
Flagged
reflagged
it?
Yeah. You got flagged, bro.
I know, dude. Maybe
I
some
mean,
guy
we
was like, you
should've-
know, is Franny's on there? Fuck that guy. Fucking flag.
Say Frankie Flowers. Report. No, I don't know. I just
Just
thought that was
Roger
very weird.
doing that shit.
Yeah,
I just thought it was weird because we post like a lot of dumber and maybe even more offensive stuff with aliens on the border.
Yeah.
Like, you know?
Yeah, I mean, this last episode fucked me
Was
up,
pretty
dude. It
out-
was fucking like
exactly.
out
Dude,
there,
this
dude.
has to, I don't want to like if you guys get a chance, go, and if you want to sit through all of it, watch all of episode 100.
I try so hard to reel it in so many times, man. It's
Yo,
just
I was like,
Yo,
I
what was that guy
tapped
was
out.
saying? What was his name?
Rick.
Dude, that guy was like, wait. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, I yelled, man. Wait, yo, over here. And I was like, yo, this guy's
No,
losing it.
what was
dude.
funny is that like
we went in, man.
he would look at me, and then like I was just like, when he started saying some shit, I was just like involuntarily, not to do it to be an asshole, but I just go like, oh shit. And I just kind of like, I
full
was just,
disclosure, we were higher than a motherfucker.
I don't know about all that. I wasn't. I was
sober, right?
I was super not here.
I was
elsewhere.
so like I was just kind of like, oh shit, and then he was like, see, you have those micro expressions and this and that. I was like, dude, I'm not fucking dissing
like,
you,
these
bro.
are-
I'm
yeah,
just
I know.
like,
I'm just like, what's going on?
dude. It was just like too much.
That was fucking funny as shit.
Do you
want
want to talk some shit, bro?
Yeah, dude. Let's talk some shit.
Let me hear you talk some shit.
All right, what do you want?
shit,
What do you want to
bro.
talk shit about, dude?
I don't know, man.
Toby Keith, dude.
Toby Keith.
I hate that country artist.
You're talking about, oh, dude, G Willikers or whatever the fuck.
G. Willikers, Batman.
What the fuck, man? What kind of interesting shit happened to us
In San Antonio?
in San Antonio or anywhere, man?
Well, that's been, that whole thing with the episode of Good Sepro has been the weirdest thing that happened.
I can say a story.
Yeah,
You guys
okay,
want?
let's hear it. Drop
Let's
it.
see.
All right.
bro.
Hey, this is like funny that you said drop it. I'm gonna say a story of the time I shit in public.
Okay, let's hear it.
All right.
Okay.
You're like,
Kind
oh,
of
no.
a kind of left turn, but
Yeah, dude. Fuck it. I mean, who cares, dude?
Unless
Kevin-
you,
unless you
real
guys want
quick,
to
because
talk
Kevin won't stop fucking posting. He's bitching about it. He puts
PC culture?
he puts a fucking love you, Orly. Don't ignore me, asshole.
fucking Kevin.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do this thing where we fucking bother the fuck out of each other on our posts, on our own posts. Let's say like, he shares something and I tag him on his comments. Like I tag him even though he's the one who shared it, and I just keep on fucking doing that. I did it so much to the point where Facebook told me like, hey, you can't do that anymore. Like they
funny.
fucking blocked me and they couldn't.
You're
I couldn't
spam.
comment.
I started spamming people with invites for the mic drop because I was like on a time crunch to invite people. I was like super off this week. This last week was weird, and so I spammed the shit out of invites, and I got maybe like halfway. I was literally going through like my whole friends list. Just
You know that there's like an invite all button.
no, that's for getting people to like the page, but for an event, there's no invite all friends.
Are you
Yeah.
sure?
Well, I mean,
Yeah, you're right.
So I went each one just clicking, and when I got maybe like halfway or like a little more, it just like
just texted me, hey, fuck you, notice me. Fucking asshole.
Dude,
Notice
Kevin
me
puts
sometime.
ice in his beer.
Yeah.
So
hey, Kevin, I heard you had like ice with your beer.
I didn't know you were a pussy.
Yeah, so
Sorry.
he only drinks ciders now. So
Hey, I'll be honest, dude. I fuck with ciders.
I fuck with
Heavy.
ciders too, man.
I fuck with
but
ciders
I
heavy,
also
my
fuck
guy.
with regular beer without ice in it. And so, we dude, I got a little like message that came out saying, hey, you can't fucking do that anymore. And I was like, man, I just want my
Are you a
friends."
robot?
Yeah.
I know, dude.
So you were shitting in public?
Yes. so let me tell you a story. It's actually a story that's fucking hilarious to me because I almost got arrested. So what happened was I was in high school and my friends were like, hey, you know, we're having a friends dinner, which is fucking weird. I don't like that shit. Like I hate shit like that.
Wait. Before we go on any further,
a friend's
what do
dinner?
you mean you hate friends shit?
No, I don't like friend. I love
Fuck
friends
you.
shit. Fuck you, friends. I want to be antisocial, man. I want a reason why I'm a tortured
fucking
artist.
edgy,
So
bro.
what do you mean you like?
I hate going to rrestaurants and it's just like a group of friends.
Why?
That's one of the things I love doing. What the fuck?
No, it's like because like how many people do you go with? Name like perfect
Legit?
ideal, like perfect
Like
ideal.
5 or 6.
5 or 6.
Yeah.
All right, dude. We were fucking 12.
That's still doable though.
No, but I'm saying like it's doable, but it's gonna be fucking chaos, and I don't like that shit. Like I feel bad.
Why is it chaos?
It's gonna be chaos because it's 12, and then we're in high school, dude. We're 12.
Yeah, that's
fucking
a different story.
Yeah, 12
we're
high school
fucking, like,
kids,
some
bro.
snotty sons. Yeah, never
Yeah,
mind.
12 high school kids.
You know what I
Like,
used to do in high school, man? I used to steal chickens from the fucking
FFA or what?
No,
what, not from FFA, from where, dude? Neighbor house or what? Dude?
So we would go.
My neighbor has chickens, dude.
We
You
would
want
go.
some?
We would go and we would skate at the SAC, right? The student activity complex. It's good. The SAC, yeah, I know. It's
The little 3 set.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, dude. I feel so
First
pro.
off,
Whoa.
it's a 4. So
Oh, 4.
Oh,
Alright,
damn, bro.
dude,
You're going to
I'm
acid
sorry.
drop off that thing,
dude,
dude. You know,
I
50
was
50 on the
straight
rail.
up-
What's up, boy?
Straight up, I ollied and then once I kick flipped. But like, and so anyway, we
Come here with that
would
laser
go and we
flip,
skate at
baby.
the SAC, and then when we get hungry, we would go to the I don't know if it's a fucking Valero or whatever the fuck. I don't remember. It was like a Circle
And
K.
steal chicken.
Off the rotisserie, man. It's
No,
fucking
no bullshit, dude. This is
fucking running out with a hot ass chicken,
dude. You
Some
don't
fucking
understand. You don't understand.
shit.
So it was like a fucking heist, dude.
Oh,
no, I'm not
shit,
even
dude.
kidding,
Stick
dude.
'em up.
No. I would
Instead of Ocean's 12,
not
it's
even like that,
Ocean's
'cause
2.
they never found out, dude. I'm
Oh,
saying.
shit.
So what would happen is, two or three of us would go in through the front, right? One of our friends would go through the back, put his board up next to the door, and open up in the thing. The chickens were always in the back near where they have the fucking taco area or whatever, right?
Okay.
Right. And so while the rest of us were there, we would like one person would go and distract the person and maybe like buy like, you know, whatever bullshit
Some
is there by
drinks?
the thing, whatever. No, dude. So they buy whatever. I had my backpack with me.
You
So
put
I would
chicken
like
in
no, dude. Let me tell the fucking story. It's because
Calm down, Franny. Calm down, bro.
It's a lot more. Yeah, it's
All right,
'cause
let me hear your
understand.
shit. Let me hear your shit, George
yeah,
Clooney.
yeah.
Tell me the hype.
So then I would walk and I would have my backpack zipped open, and then they would throw whatever the fuck it was in there, zip up. My friend at that point would have already gotten the chicken and then skated off to the side, like near Concord Hills, right? And then we would go and we'd go and we'd catch up with the friend or whatever, and then we would have like, you know, one bottle of water or whatever the fuck it was, and then we would just like pay for that shit and then walk with the rest. And it was like a feast, dude. So we were like, yeah, we were just
with
that
one
was
bottle of water.
yeah, dude, because we had all of the fucking drinks in our backpack, drinks, M&Ms, fucking candy bars, like all that shit, and a chicken, and we would fucking
chicken.
feast. 4 of us, we would sit there, put the chicken on the board, sit around, and then just
Ocean's
press it,
4,
and then we
dude.
just straight up just eat the chicken with our hands, no napkins.
And that was damn, dude. You just wipe the rest on the fucking
That's what it
grip
was
tape
like
of your
being
board, bro.
a poor teenager in
Real
Laredo.
shit.
Oh,
bro.
dude, for real, dude. Like, I remember when, like, growing up, I had to ask my parents, like, if I ever, like, got, like, if my friends are going out, I had to ask my parents for money, like, 2 weeks in advance, like, hey, can I borrow $5?
Dude, I
for
never
what?
ever-
2 weeks from now, we're gonna go out. So, like, what's up? Can I borrow it?
No. For me, it was like I would ask my parents for money, or it was like you either want money and then you can hang out some other time, or I just drop you off wherever you want me to go because it's gas money to get there. And I was like, what the fuck, man? So
One or the other.
they would go and they'd drop me off, and
I would walk everywhere
and
when
I
I was
wouldn't
younger.
I wouldn't have any cash. It's because all my friends. So I lived over on 59 in front of like near where the Life Downs are at.
Oh, yeah.
Right, and all of my friends lived over like near the fucking SAC or fucking what's it called at 3 Points and shit.
Still walk
I
that.
started to. I didn't start walking it or
And that was the
skating.
fittest you were ever in your life.
I didn't start walking or actually, you know what? I still walk pretty long distances now, dude. So like it's still
Honestly, like, walking is not even that bad.
It's
It's
not.
not, honestly. It's
You
chill,
should- like
bro.
this whole trail that's back here is fucking dope.
No,
Yeah, it's fucking chill.
I'll walk from my house like downtown like all the time. That's like not a bad distance.
That's
at all.
like
It's
a
really
3-mile walk.
Yeah, it's real chill. Like I'll do that. It'll
The
take
one
me. It'll
time.
take me like 6 hours, but I'll do it. I'll
dude,
still
like-
do it. But yeah, man. I don't know why I told that chicken story. I just felt like
Because you don't want him to tell his I shit in public story.
yeah.
Oh no! Tell this. So
You keep it
so
interrupting, asshole.
so you just said like, you know what? Hey, there's too many people here, and then you shit.
Yeah, that's shit in the street, dude.
No, real shit. What happened?
No, real shit. All right, so like, I was kind of like not in the mood to like go, and the reason why is because like I was already like, self-aware that like high school kids are annoying, and I was like, and I know for a fact I'm fucking annoying, so I'm like, okay, like this is gonna be fucking chaos, bro. We're gonna fuck up this Applebee's, bro. So we go and we like fucking just destroy the fucking restaurant. We're there for like 4 hours. And like one of my friends, I'm not gonna say his name, but he's just like,
write it down on the paper.
It's fucking like I show you his Addy, bro. Like here you go. Man. So what happens is he was sitting next to me and we were eating. He asks this dumbest fucking question when he's ordering. There's like a burger at Applebee's called the All Day Burger, right? It has a fried egg on top. You ever try that one? Oh, it's pretty good. So he looks at it and he sees the egg and then he looks at the waitress. Is this All Day Burger available all day? And I'm like, yo, are you a dipshit, bro? Like, it says All Day Burger. And he's like, oh, yeah, but it has an egg on it. I'm like, why would they call it the All Day Burger? It's only available in the fucking morning, you dumbass, dude.
They're not even open in the morning.
Yeah, bro, dude, for real. Like, what the fuck you mean, bro? And she's like, yes, it's available. And he's like, oh, take that. Like, that fucking, like, he's that fucking dumb. So, we're chilling, we're eating, and then he pulls me down. I'm like, what? Like, I go to the side, and he's like, hey. I'm like, what's up? Hey, man, I got some weed. You want to smoke after this? And I'm like, oh, fuck yeah, dude. Like, I'm fucking annoyed as shit. Yes, I would like to get high. So he's like, I don't know any places. I'm like, oh, I know a couple places. So we finish eating, and then he's like, oh, let's go. So it was me, my friend that I'm driving, and then him that has the weed. So then we get in my car, and the fucking food's not sitting right. It's just like all over my stomach. I'm like, oh, fuck.
What'd you eat?
I think I ate a steak. Okay. And I always double starch on steak, which is like I get French fries and mashed potatoes.
That's the way to go, bro.
What? Why? No, that's gross.
What you mean?
Why, dude?
Potatoes two ways, bro? What's up?
Yeah, dude. It's fucking great.
I can't double starch like at all. I guess it's got to be like some veggies in there. The mix.
Oh, I didn't know you were gay, bro. Continue the story.
Hey, Pride Month's over, dude. Don't come out right
now. That's why you shit yourself.
Yo, dude, you're fucking 6 days late, bro. Like, fuck off, bro.
Sorry.
All right, dude.
Okay. All right, so so we get in my car, and then I'm like, oh, there's this dead end street. You know the one behind Target where those apartment buildings? Well, like before those apartment buildings were there, like they were just barely like knocking down the shit, so there was like nothing. But it didn't come across in my head that like, yo, they have construction machinery there. So people
you're gonna
like
post some cops up
yeah,
there.
dude.
Yeah.
So that didn't click. So I fucking go, and we get into a dead end street, and I'm sitting there. I'm like, yo, I gotta take a shit. And I was like, oh, dude, I really want to get high. So I'm like, I don't give a fuck. So I grab all the fucking receipts I had in my car, like all of them, bro.
Some
I think
makeshift.
Yeah, makeshift the fuck out of that dude. MacGyver that motherfucker, dude. So I get out. I go into like the bushes, and yo, dude. So I take a shit, right? The sound of it hitting the ground is nothing like you're used to, dude. It is the fucking weirdest sound.
Is that the only time you've taken a shit other than a toilet?
Yeah, that was the only other time I've ever taken a shit outside of a toilet, man. Like, I've never taken a shit.
Do you have a shit story too, or what?
Like,
no, I don't.
Okay, because I'm like, where else have you shit besides the toilet?
Yeah,
like, I'm not gonna lie. I once. It was an emergency though. Like I had.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
I
was locked out of my house.
I mean, you shit my pants every now and then.
No, I never shit my pants. But this
I shit my pants when I was in kinder.
Yeah, maybe in like kinder, but it just I never like. I got home. Same situation. Had just come back from Lynn's. You know, Lynn's is fucking heavy, and I got home and
Miss G, puppy.
I was locked out of my place, and my friends had already left from dropping me off. And I was just kind of like outside, so I went to the backyard, and I was just like pacing around, super pissed off. I was like, "Dude, I'm really gonna shit myself right now." And
so at no point in time were you like, "Let me make my way to a restroom"? Because you were in someone's backyard.
I was in my house. But I was locked out.
Oh, okay. I missed that part. My bad.
So I was locked
He's
out.
Like, are you dumb, bro? Just go to the toilet.
And I ran over to this area that we had behind this like work shed or whatever the fuck, a storage shed that we had back there. And I just shit outside. And the fucked up thing is that like I shit, and it was like it was bad. And I.
Watery or solid?
I'm not gonna get into details.
Chunky watery, dude.
Chunky
watery,
bro.
bro.
I'm not gonna talk about the details of the
chunky water.
Chunky water,
the
bro.
consistency
Oatmeal
of it, and
shit,
like that.
bro.
No, the fucked up thing was, dude, is that like I turned to the side, and this is a trailer park that he used to live in, right? So it was just like see-through fence, like the whole.
Just a water.
It's just wire fencing, dude.
There's wire fencing like all the way with the houses that are adjacent to it, right? But like my backyard had a concrete thing, so just like you couldn't see through that. But I turn like just to make sure that nobody's seen. I turn around and there's like some like kid that knows me from school, like just sitting there like just watching, like looking at me, and I'm just like. I get up and I literally like I walk away and I I was so fucking like embarrassed and upset that happened to me that I kicked down my fucking door. I literally I broke it.
What the fuck,
I started just like.
So like in this kid's mind, he's just like, that's a guy I know just took his shit. Now he's losing his mind on the front door.
He couldn't see me after that, right? So like I walked over and then
funny, though.
I just like boom,
Here's
boom.
some
I
loud
did, like,
bang.
shoulder charged that bitch, and like I opened it up, and as soon as I opened it up, I went to the restroom, right? And but I fucked the door up, dude.
Did you like pinch your shit and then finish your shit in the restroom?
Yeah.
No,
yeah.
damn,
Well, I
respect,
mean, but
dude.
it was
That's
still,
hard.
it was still messy, and so
water.
It was it was
100%.
and I got super pissed off at my parents for having locked me out because they knew that I was out and that I wasn't gonna have my keys or anything like that. So yeah, that was the time.
That's fucking amazing.
I've had like several close calls, but I've never ever
Yo, so let me just finish the story because I have another story.
I'm sorry.
So
We just kept hitting you up.
So like so it's not sitting right. So I'm like, fuck it, dude. So I go to the fucking side, and I just like pull down my pants and I fucking like just let it go, and it dude, it plops the fuck out, bro. Like fucking gross as shit.
Now we talking water?
Nah, thank God it was solid, bro.
You're like
It was
semi-solid?
No, fully solid, bro.
Okay,
Fully
alright.
solid, bro. No waving and nothing. To the point, it was so solid to the point where literally I used one receipt
And that was it?
And that was it, bro.
The one wipe,
The
dude.
one
Those
wipe,
are the
those are
best,
fucking-
man. One wipes are the best.
Well, I just
dude.
I was like, oh my God, he's just having fucking
I don't know
PTSD of that shit,
I don't know
dude.
how many times we've had a shit story on this fucking podcast.
Not that many times, bro.
It's still
I don't know. This is the first time I've heard something.
Yeah,
right?
real
And I've been
shit.
watching a few eps.
real shit. Oh,
I don't think we've ever had a shit story.
I don't know. I don't find any sort of like
enjoyment out of it.
Yeah, dude.
Why not, dude? Shit is dope. It's like one of the best things your body could do. One of the best body functions that you have. What's your favorite body function? Oh wait, we'll get into that right now. Finish the story.
Fuck yeah. Let's talk about. No, just go. No, go.
So because that's not even the point of the story, in my honest opinion. Like this story,
Where you
it's
almost
just
got
like an
arrested is the
incentive.
point of the
Yeah.
story, okay.
So like, so that happens. I go and then I finish up and then I go back into like the lighted area. My friends are like there waiting and and then my friends are just holding like a raw bud in his hand. He's like, I don't have a grinder. I'm like, just break it down. And he's like, okay. So he's like starts doing that. And I'll like make sure it doesn't have anything. And then I look and I see this car come and I'm like, that's a cop. Boo! And then he turns on his lights. I'm like, fuck, dude, I'm fucked. Like, this is it, bro. Like, this is how I'm gonna get arrested.
Somebody take a shit around here.
It smells like shit up in here, bro.
So like, one of you is the poopy pants?
Let me smell your ass, boy.
No, god damn it! Take it in me finger that booty. No, go.
Trying to find the evidence.
Fucking, oh my God.
Stop. Go. Just go.
Cavity search all around,
No,
boys.
Stop. Let's get into this fucking shit story already.
And then
The shit's already passed, bro.
Yeah, this is the scary part.
Yeah, this is the scary part. So like Llorona comes. No, I'm just kidding. So like, so sorry. So then the cop's like, "What are you guys doing?" And then this fucking the guy that's stupid doesn't know the all day burgers available all day. The guy's fucking shaking. He's shaking so hard that you can see his fucking leg shake through his jeans. Like he's shaking so fucking bad, bro.
Shaking like a crackhead,
dude. For real, bro. Dude, like, look like fucking like Dave Chappelle when he's like doing all that shit. But he's freaking the fuck out. And the cop's like, "What are you guys doing?" Chilling. He's like, "You guys just chilling, huh?" And I'm just like, I have to be the honest one, bro. And I was like,
it was me.
Yeah.
I took the shit.
I took a shit over there.
I'm sorry. Fuck. So like,
we're edgelords.
So I was like, we have marijuana on this, sir. Like we have marijuana.
Oh, okay.
And then he's like, okay. And then where is it? And I'm like, here it is. So I give him like the shit we had, and he smells it. It's like, this K2? I'm like, no, it's marijuana. And he's like, it's good shit. And they clicked. I'm like, oh, fuck, maybe he'll let us off. Maybe. And like, because I mean, like,
for fucking trafficking drugs.
Yeah. Fucking doing 5 to 10, bro. Easy. So, I tell him everything. Like, yeah, this is it. This is all the fucking like merchandise we have and shit. Like, I'm giving him everything I have. And he tells me to take out everything out of my pockets. Dude, I did not have a license at the time. So if he fucking told me that I could have gotten even more fucked.
Yeah.
So I took out everything out of my pockets. I took out my wallet, took out my keys, took out my phone. And then like everyone else did the same. And one guy that I was with, he was still in high school. I was already in college. He was still in high school. And he asked me all our ages and what do we do. I was like, oh, I go to LCC. Oh, I go to 10AU. And the guy's like, oh, I go to Alexander. And then the cop's like, do you guys ever been arrested? And I was like, no. I don't want to fuck with you guys' record. Just get out of here. And he just like stomps on the fucking bud, and he like scrapes it on the ground. And he lets us keep everything else, so like all our pipes and shit, like all the fucking
smoking home, bitch.
Yeah, dude. Like he let it keep all that shit. So thank God, dude. Like I was like, that shit was expensive. So I just drop my friend off, and I get home, and then like my friend's like, how was it? Like I'm fine. And it's fucking like a run through, and I just go to the restroom and just clean myself off, and just fucking like sweating and shit. But yeah, that shit was fucking scary, man. That was like one of the scariest moments of my life.
Dude, that's the fucking worst feeling. Just, like cop lights in your rearview mirror.
Yeah.
Fuck. And even like when the best is like when you shit yourself so hard, but it's not even like for you. It just like goes around.
Oh, dude! One time I passed a red light, and then some cop lights turned on behind me, and I turned into the fucking gas station. That's it. I'm fucked, dude. And then the guy just sped by, and I was like, oh. Such a good fucking feeling.
Dude, what is the stupidest situation where I've been pulled over was like when I was leaving where my mom lives in that neighborhood. There's like a turning lane and a lane to go straight. And I was in the turning lane and I turned left like onto Zapata, right? But I didn't put my signal and I got pulled over for that.
Oh, dude, I have a like.
And then he was like, well, did you put your turning signal? And then I was with Jeff, my cousin Jeff, and it just so happened that they knew each other from high school. And he was like, you're good, never mind. And I was like,
wow, damn. I have two fairly similar stories.
Mm-hmm.
And they're both. So the most recent one was I was leaving a friend's place, and as I was leaving my friend's place, I got stopped. And they had said that my car matched the description of a breaking and entering that they had like reported or whatever. So they were like they told me to get out of the car or whatever. They searched my fucking car for shit. And the thing is that my car is almost like always dirty, like or not dirty, but I have a lot of shit in my back seat.
Bunch of water bottles.
I have no. I have like
cups.
I have like at that point actually, since I was painting at my friend's place, so I had a couple of canvases. I had an easel. I had
what are you, some kind of fucking art fag?
I had.
You're under arrest.
Yeah, fucking pussy. I had my camera lights and all that shit. I had everything in there, dude. And so it looked like to him that I had like just stolen all this shit. He's like, "Is all this yours?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he started like trying to
where are your receipts?
Started asking me
that shit.
Started asking me like, "Where were you?" I was like, "I was just over at a friend's. Just finished watching a movie, and I'm on my way home." He said, "Where do you live at?" And I was like, "Over here, or whatever." And then he was like super adamant that like I was the one that did the breaking and entering. I was like, I didn't do it. I was literally at a friend's place. Like, I can call if you need somebody to corroborate the story. Like, and he was like, no, just sit tight. We're gonna see if we get any other like information or whatever.
Just start singing Mr. Brightside, choking and all your alibis.
And then the next person, the next thing is that the guy is just like, all right, you're free to go, and he gets in his car and he fucking leaves. I guess they found the dude or some shit. The one before that, though, I was leaving. This was maybe like 4 or 5 years ago. I had just gotten a gun. I had a
type?
Glock 19.
Nice, dude. I want a Glock 19 so fucking bad, dude.
Glock 19 Gen 4 is a real fucking nice gun, and I really enjoyed it. And I knew all my laws because I wanted to make sure that I wasn't like fucking around or whatever.
You're on your shit.
Yeah, and dude, my brother has a Glock 22. It's fucking crazy.
On the as per Texas law, like the stand your ground law and all that shit, you can in Texas your car is recognized as your property. Yeah. So because of that, you're legally allowed to have your gun in your car at all times. The only thing is you can't have it within immediate reach. I think that's the only like stipulation. So you got to have it like in a glove compartment. Some people do under the seat. I don't ever like.
I think under the seat is fine, right? Like that's
yeah,
not necessarily immediate reach.
Yeah, under the seat, and then they have.
Was this before or after the
I don't
open carry?
Probably before.
What do you mean?
Because like I think now like the law changed and you can like have
Right
the gun
around
in the
with the-
holster
yeah.
like while you're driving. I think
Right around with that
You
thing.
can't
Well,
quote me on that.
I think that's if you got a license.
Yeah,
for
That's
it.
why.
right.
Like
Yeah.
the CHL.
I didn't have a license with me at the time.
Okay,
But the thing is that either way, even without the license, you still have
you still have the right to.
you still have the right to have your. That's part of your Second
Yeah.
Amendment because it's your
in your
property
property,
or whatever.
yeah.
So I was adhering to all the rules, dude. And even as a matter of fact, like just it's not required, but just as a precaution. I wouldn't have anything racked, right? Like I didn't have anything like actually like anything in the chamber.
Yeah.
And I had my magazine separate, right? So even realistically, which is so fucking bad because if I were in a situation that I needed it, like I would have.
you would have fucking like.
Yeah.
I'm
So
gonna fucking kill you. Give me a second.
Dude, we should go do like some tactical training shit, dude. Super
Dude,
down.
I
Some
want to
John
go to the
Wick
range,
shit.
dude. I haven't fucking shot a gun in a while, dude.
So I was on my way home. Oh no, I got out of work. I hit up El Venado, dude, and fucking got some nice burrito, and I get in my
underrated as fuck, dude.
Uh-huh.
Underrated
Oh,
as fuck.
for sure. El Venado, dude, fucking amazing. So I get in my car and I take
Sponsor.
off. And on my way, actually in front of the fucking Denny's on near 35.
Yeah.
I get fucking lights, dude.
You go,
and
boom.
I was like, what the fuck? And so they
They
stopped me and I stopped right in front of the fucking Denny's and the one cop pulls up and then like two more and I'm like, what the fuck, man?
Damn.
And these guys like they come over or whatever and this guy's like
on you, bro.
they go and they're like, what are you doing tonight or whatever, right? And I told them like, hey, just so you're aware, like I am letting you know I just got out of work and everything. I'm just letting you know that I currently have a firearm in my car because I'm obligated to let you know before anything else. And he's like, where is it? I'm like, it's in my glove compartment. And he's like, okay. He's like, is there anything in the chamber? I'm like, no. And there's two magazines.
How hard was your heart beating at that moment?
I don't know.
Did you feel like if you're?
I wasn't. I actually no because I knew I hadn't done anything wrong. So.
Yeah, I know, but like
I still freak out,
people
in
get
all
shot
honesty.
for no reason.
Yeah. So but like the thing is that like I made it super.
You were like,
yeah, because when I get pulled over, I put my hands on the steering wheel. And
Yeah,
I get pulled
so-
and I tell
so
them
that's-
like,
that's what
he's
I
like,
think.
because they're like, oh, can I have your driver's license? I'm like, it's in my back pocket. May I reach for it?
Yeah.
I always tell them.
So
like, all that
I
shit.
did all that shit. And
that's
like,
pretty wild, right?
Yeah, like
to the
you have to like
extent-
fucking
like
make sure.
I lowered it down. I lowered the window down, right? And I had my hands on the steering wheel. And the guy's like, what were you doing tonight? Whatever, right? He goes, where are you coming from? And I tell him I just got out of work, And then I had my hands. I was like, I'm just letting you know, before anything, officer, I do have a firearm in my glove compartment. He's like, is it yours? I was like, yeah, it's registered to me, bought legally and everything. And so, just you could check it out. And he's like, okay, step out of the car. And I get out of the car and they start telling me, he's like, oh yeah, where do you work? And I started telling him everything, whatever. And he's like, what time did you get off of work? I was like, at like 8. No, I was like, at like 8. I got off at 8:30. He was like, it's 9 now. The drive from here to your place isn't that far or whatever. And I was like, you're right. I live right there, but I also stop for food and have that food. It's still hot in my fucking passenger seat. And he's like, he goes, your car matches the description of a car that was stolen this time. He's like, a car that was stolen.
Jesus Christ, bro.
And
what kind of car do you drive, bro?
Dodge Avenger, man.
Yeah.
It's a pretty common car,
Yeah,
but
it
I mean,
is.
like,
Yeah,
it's they were like, yeah, cop that was, we have a this and that, so we're gonna run your plates, make sure that everything's fine. I was like, okay, it's my fucking car.
you mind if I eat?
I told him, I was like, I have the title. I was like, I have the title in the fucking glove compartment. You could just like check that shit out and match it with the VIN. Like, what's the big deal? And he was like, he goes, no, we need to like verify or whatever because we've got like reports of this and that. And I was like, okay, that's fine, but I'm telling you, whatever. They clear me, right? And they tell me to get ready to go, but they confiscated my gun.
What the fuck?
They confiscated my gun. The guy tells me, he's like, he goes, just out of for like safety, it is a Friday night. You are here fairly late, and we don't know what you were doing specifically here. I was like, I just told you, I live literally a fucking like 2-3 blocks from here, and you guys stopped me because my car matched it. What are you taking my gun for? You already cleared me from anything. He goes, well, we don't know what you're doing with it, so we're gonna keep
protection, bitch.
He's like, we're gonna keep it.
We live in Laredo, bro.
He's like, we're gonna keep it. We're gonna have it here, and it's gonna be. You're gonna keep it over the weekend. You can come pick it up from property on Monday. And I was like, what the fuck, man? So I got
Did you have to pay anything?
I got super pissed off. I called. I told him, I was like, no, man, let me speak to your supervisor. He goes, supervisor's busy. He's not gonna get out here. I was like, okay, well, I'm not gonna let you confiscate my weapon until I get to speak to somebody who is giving you this order. He goes, he gave me this order. I was like, he gave you the order. You didn't speak to anybody. I saw you standing there the whole fucking time. You're just taking my gun. And it was like, so we got into it, and just for the sake of speeding through the story, I went back. My uncle at the time was he was a detective. So I told him about that whole thing. He's like, that's extremely illegal. They shouldn't have confiscated your gun and whatever. And he goes, go and get it back, and then tell them that you're gonna file a complaint towards the department. I went over there, dude, and they returned my gun, and I had 3 magazines. I had.
Damn, dude, don't tell me they kept some of your shit.
They kept all of my ammo, and that was a whole fucking I had 3 magazines. That's 45 rounds. I had 45 rounds that they fucking took. That shit, like, for a box of 50 was going for like 13 at the time, because there was a shit ton of like shortage for ammo. And it's not that I was gonna be stingy over it, but also it's like, what the fuck are you stealing my ammo for?
Yeah.
And like I complained. They were like, oh, it's because it's policy at the police department that we don't return. It's apparently it is. We don't return weapons in the building with ammo in it.
Okay,
can you pick up your ammo and your weapon separately?
So I told him, I was like, okay, cool. So I'll come back for the ammo, and you guys just have it ready for me. And the guy's like, oh, we can't do that. We don't have it cataloged here that it was turned in with any rounds. I was like, okay, well, I did. So I wrote it down. I told him to give it to me on the little description that he was giving me. He wrote it down on a notepad. And that's what's there. He's like, oh, well, the official invoice when it was turned in. I was like, okay, well, this is what I'm telling you. Your officer signed here what he was taking. Right, and I'm not getting returned all of it. So something had a disconnect between there. It wasn't me. They didn't leave the fucking ammo with me. So we got into it. They kept telling me they didn't want to fucking return it. So out of principle, I got fucking pissed, and I spoke to somebody who at the time was my dad's lawyer, who we were still working through that shit. And I spoke to him, and he sends a letter, and he goes, it just said, just so you're aware, Mr. Ramirez has chosen legal representation involving any matters. Should you have any more information on this and the missing property, please feel free to contact me at this whatever. And it was the law offices, right? And immediately they call me. And they're like, Mr. Ramirez, we got this, whatever. We found your ammo. Could you can come by or whatever? And I went back. They gave me like 2 fresh boxes of like new ammo, and they were nice. They were hollow points. So I was like,
nice.
Oh, nice.
So no, not hollow points. They weren't the training fucking ones. They were they were nice. It was clean ammo, not steel case or any of that bullshit. So
brass. Yeah,
and so so they gave me that shit, and it was nice. And they fucked off after that, but. It was two new boxes, but yeah,
that's what I fucking hate, when like people abuse authority like that just for no fucking reason. Like, fuck off, dude.
That's exactly what it is, man. It's abuse of authority.
Speaking of weapons, dude, so I got a haircut recently, right? Boom, what's up? And the barbershop I was at, it was a dope spot, but I didn't realize how hood it was till like I was getting like,
where at?
I won't name it here. I don't want to throw shade anyway. It's a great barbershop. Don't get it confused. But
don't get it twisted.
Yeah, don't get it twisted, bro. But anyway, so I didn't realize how hood it was until I was like the barber like laid me back on the barber chair, started going to work on like the whole beard line and everything. And then I just like start hearing a conversation between like one of the other barbers and a patron there. And the guy's like, yo, check out my gun. I don't know what the fuck. And he like takes it out. He's like, look at my ammo. And I'm like, okay, like, all right. Like, I didn't feel any type of way about it, but like, to someone else, they'd probably be like, what the fuck? Like, you're in here with a fucking gun? Like, yeah, I don't know. And then it was just peculiar. I actually wanted to see the gun, and I never got to because the guy was taking his sweet ass time, and I was like laying back the whole time, but they were having the whole conversation. By the time I got back up, they had put it away. And I was like, damn it, I really wanted to see that gun. I don't know what it was.
There's a lot of like irresponsible fucking dudes too, man. I don't know. Sometimes it's like it's crazy. Like
mind you, there was like children. There was a fucking child approximately like a year to 2 old next to me getting his haircut. Like a couple of 4 or 5 year old children in the back, just because they were part of like the dude that runs the place, I guess.
Yeah.
He had brought them. And this guy has a fucking gun. Like,
That's how it is out here, bro.
Yeah,
L-Town, baby.
For real, that was crazy.
I have
was like,
friends
what?
who are like always strapped, and they're like I can never understand it because I feel like sometimes it's also like they're like very like paranoid. Like
yeah, those like irrational fears.
It's because the thing is, man, they will be strapped, and that's fine. You want to carry, you can carry. That's your fucking right. You know, whatever. But then they're like they're the kind of people that get fucking mad when there's like, I think it was what the 5.1 or 5.2 or whatever the fuck where it tells you that it's that you're not allowed to have, you know, weapons whether they're concealed or not on the premises, and they get fucking annoyed at that. They're like, oh fuck, I can't take it here or whatever. Like some of them will say you can open carry, some of them will say they have to be concealed, you know, so on and so forth. And so they get fucking annoyed at that shit, and they always get like really fucking angry, and I don't want to support this place anymore or whatever the fuck. It's like, dude, come on, man,
relax.
Like, you don't have to take a fucking like you go into the fucking, you know, like Build-A-Bear with your fucking gun or some
Of
shit.
course,
Like
you're
what the fuck.
There's also some people like out there like I'm not gonna name names, but like they're against, like I work at Starbucks. I don't know if I should say that, but whatever. I work there, and then
It's fine, dude. Nobody cares.
At Bar Stucks, dude.
Dude, I work there,
Sponsored.
so I know, right? And there's like so many people that are against Starbucks for several reasons, but I went to this one guy that was like against it really hard because he like, oh yeah, they stopped sending coffee to Iraq, it's like to the Iraqi soldiers, like the soldiers that are fighting out there. And I was like, what? He's like, yeah, they stopped sending coffee out there, so I don't support them anymore. And I'm like, okay, like that's understandable, you know, it's kind of fucked up that like the company stopped doing that. And then I looked into it, and I was like, oh, it happened. They stopped sending it for I think about maybe like less than a year, and then they've been sending it ever since. And that was back in 2008, and I had the conversation maybe like last year. And I'm like, dude, they've been sending coffee for like 10 years. Yeah, dude, like chill, man. Like, why are you so against it? And it's like also all other reasons. But I'm like, he was like, I'm not sure if he was a veteran or his family had veterans in it. And he's like, he was also against it because like the way how they're real like fluid with their ideals and stuff because they're more liberal in a sense.
When they did that whole like
they
did the whole sensitivity training for that time. They
training for like the kids, the racism thing that happened back in Philadelphia. Yeah.
I wonder if Chris D'Elia's Starbucks got that.
I know, right?
Dude, it was a funny story that you mentioned. That was
before you fucking jump in, bro. So fuck, what was I going with this?
The veterans and all
yeah. So like, it turns out Starbucks is one of the leading companies to hire veterans and hiring widows from veterans.
What's up, bro?
And they have way more benefits than a normal partner has. That's why we call employees partners. And it's fucking insane, dude. Because like, I feel like I have a shit ton of benefits like already, dude. I have health insurance. I have 401k. I have stocks in the company. They pay for my fucking Spotify. And like a bunch of random shit that they give me. They give me free food,
shout
free drinks,
out to the Bucks,
dude. Fucking free coffee, a bunch of shit, man. It's already a shit ton of benefits right then and there. And the veterans even have even more. And it's insane. I'm like, dude, like you're hating on a company that's actually doing more for your people than most companies.
What do you mean your people, dude?
Yeah, fucking
your people.
Your people, you know what I'm saying?
Dude, I had a point about that, and I
was gonna say something too. I forgot what I was gonna say. What were you talking about? And then I said I was gonna jump in and had a story about something.
I don't know, dude. I don't know, man. I just wanted to say it before I got cut off, bro. Because literally the second story I've said this entire episode.
Sorry. I just like talking.
Yeah, dude.
It's so easy. I'm not treating this like an interview because we've been like hanging out a bunch on the road, and so it's
dude, like the entire road trip, bro. Like this guy said 4 stories, and that was a full 4 hours of the fucking trip.
Damn,
dude.
Shut the fuck up.
Yes, it
dude.
was, dude. You said 4.
Damn.
You said two stories on the drive to San Antonio, and that was the majority of the drive.
Shut the fuck up, dude.
And then the drive out back, bro. You said 2 more stories, and it was like literally like majority of the ride. Back.
Shut the fuck up.
I'm not kidding. You know why? Because me and Franny we only listen to like 30 minutes of music. That's when you
That's
when you put on your fucking headphones.
I had my headphones on for like a majority of the ride.
No, dude, you talked, bro.
Dude, literally, because we had stopped at the churches, and I was just like, I was like, yo, like, how far out are we? Or like an hour. And I was like, all right. And I put on, dude, the whole time was you guys fucking snapping and shit. Don't fucking say that shit. This guy's making me sound like I was just fucking talking.
We gotta have the chatty Cathy over here, bro.
Narcissist, bro.
No, it's like the sound of his own voice.
I don't think so. I do, man. I do. I think it's sexy, bro. honestly.
Schmexy, dude.
No,
how do you
I'm just
feel,
kidding.
man?
I remember what I was gonna say now. We were talking about the Crystalia thing for the Starbucks.
Oh yeah.
So when we were talking in the car on the way back from
when you were talking on the way back.
You know what, dude? I'm gonna quit the podcast. You want to be a co-host, dude?
Yeah,
What's up, dude?
So, dude, like, yo. So I'm your co-host right here, man. Like we got our. Yeah.
It's because if it's not me like talking or whatever. And
first time guest.
Who's that?
Long
guy?
time going.
I
The
think
podcast is invite only, dude. I'm sorry.
I think that was
yeah, I know. Dude, I fucking asked to be on this thing for so long,
You
dude.
did, but it's invite only, dude.
Yeah, I know,
it was Aaron. He's like, my internet is fucking up and my Fire Stick's not even showing the fight. I'm watching the fight on my phone, bro. So it'll be pretty shitty if you guys come over.
All right, cool, whatever.
Nah, that's fine.
You want to just tell him to come here?
You can. You just pull up, be like, hey, come
Yeah,
on to the
dude.
podcast.
No, I mean like to watch the fight.
Oh yeah, I mean I don't have anything to stream it on. I have a Fire Stick too. I don't know if I haven't tried to stream.
How
it
the
on
fuck were you gonna watch the fight then?
I
We're
don't
gonna
know. I was
have
just probably gonna mirror my phone, legally mirror my phone.
Bro, dude, I'm not gonna lie, dude. I steal a lot of shit. Allegedly, I've been told to
So
stuff.
anyway, that whole thing about the Starbucks thing is there's a bit in that that podcast that we were talking about.
Oh, the
one that
fighter
showed-
and the kid.
Yeah, the fighter and the kid.
Dude, that's a good podcast. I'm not gonna lie,
There
dude.
was the whole
one of my
episode's fucking hilarious, and there's a bit in there where they talk about how
Crystalia has a Starbucks in his
how he has a Starbucks in his house, and he's like, yeah, no, I just like he goes, what do you mean you have a Starbucks in your house? And he goes, I don't, there was a Starbucks in my house, man. And he goes like he's like he goes, how many rooms does your house have? And he's like, oh, I don't know. And he's like, you know what? I'll get back to you on that. And so he does that whole shit. And when he's talking about it, he talks that whole like that whites only Starbucks. I had a friend that was listening to that, right? And she was extremely offended. Like extremely offended. She was like,
"Do I know this person?"
I don't know. I'm not gonna mention.
She was extremely offended about what?
So there's a
because he insinuates that it's racist.
He insinuates it's a white only Starbucks, a whites only Starbucks
in his fucking house,
and it's hilarious, dude.
Yeah,
he
it's
talks about it.
good.
He goes, wait, but you mean see? There's only white people working there? He goes, yeah, and he goes, but that mean you can go. He's like, is there a sign anywhere that says that you can only be there if you're white? You know, no. I mean, this is just what do you see on the door? And he's like, oh, you have the sign to come in. You know, it's a Starbucks, the specials. You know, and yeah, those like sign on the bottom, whatever. And he's like, what does it say? And he goes, it just says, you know, you got to be a
certain shade,
like melanin. You can't have like too much melanin. He starts talking about all that shit, and it was fucking funny, dude. Like,
Really
I mean, like, but also like they gotta realize like he's a fucking comedian. Yeah, he's a fucking joke.
Exactly.
He's saying there's a fucking Starbucks in his house. Like,
yeah, dude, that's fucking insane. Dude. Like, you know how expensive it is to fucking lease a store.
What's funny as shit, he goes even further, and he goes, I don't know. Like, he's like, who's the people working there? He's like, just like some guys or whatever. You know what's weird is they don't wear like the traditional Starbucks uniform. They don't wear, they got the aprons or whatever. And he's like, what do you mean? He's like, just like a bathrobe. You know? He's like, wait, you think is your Starbucks run by Klan members? I would call it Klan members. It was fucking funny, dude. And so my friend's there, and she's like watching this, and
call it a fraternity.
She's watching this, and she's like, is this really what people with their fucking fame and platform do? Like, do they really have these kind of fucking conversations where they're just like degrading people and being fucking straight up racist? Like, what is that, you know? And I was just sitting there like, dude, like, it's comedy. It's a joke. I don't know. Dude. You know, that guy's a comedian. Like, he's fucking around. Yeah. And she's like, no, like, it's just so gross that they use that their platform for that. And I was just kind of like, all right, dude. I mean, you can change the YouTube video if you want. Like, it's whatever.
It's a fucking video.
You know, like,
I'm gonna write a letter.
And so, yeah, man. I just thought it was funny, that whole like sensitivity training, all that stuff. Whatever.
Like, I understand all that shit. Like, okay, like I'm not trying to be like, fucking like, oh, like whatever about that. Like, I understand there has been times where,
dude,
like, what?
I just had an idea for a topic. I'm not gonna say it though. Okay. But let's go.
So like, I understand all that. Like, there's been times where I've even experienced racism. You know, like, cause like I'm Mexican and I've gone to like whiter areas and they've been like rude.
Same.
And I'm pretty sure like you guys have experienced it too. I'm not trying to say like, oh, I've experienced the same as others, because I'm pretty sure where people have gone through way worse stuff. but that in order for us to like be okay with it and move a little bit forward, like we should be allowed to joke about it every now and then, you know. And there's nothing. It's that's what comedy is, you know. It's
that's
like
an interesting question.
Pushing social boundaries a little bit further on certain comedians, not all comedians, you know. Just pushing a little bit like certain boundaries and shit. Like it's not okay when you're like being like straight up hateful for it, you know. Like you're being a dick. A full-on dick, like that's not cool. Like the whole Kramer shit that happened, like
yeah, that's extreme. That was
a hardcore.
That was like a little too much. Like relax.
Yeah, dude. Like I was just like losing his
N-word,
shit.
N-word. He's an N-word.
Yeah,
relax.
What do you think about the whole Little Mermaid fiasco that's happening right now?
What? What's Little Mermaid fiasco?
You don't know,
dude? I don't know about that, dude.
You don't know about this? Okay,
hit
cool.
Me.
So lately Disney has been producing a lot of live action movies.
Oh yeah,
right?
I want to see the Lion King.
And
so
they ran out of fucking material. In other words,
yeah, right.
For real, dude.
So they've been producing a lot of live action movies. The next one on the
Disney,
list,
how about you suck my cock?
So the next one up in line is
I didn't know your fucking creator was fucking fag, bro. Fucking not able to create new things, bro. Suck my dick, bro.
Right.
I'm glad Disney's dead, bro.
Fucking Disney's
taking
everything,
dude.
No, I'm talking about like the fucking guy, Mr.
Walt Disney. He's
Walt
not
Disney.
dead, dude. He's frozen.
He's frozen.
He's
cryogenically frozen under Disneyland. For
actually, not his body, just his mind.
Yeah,
and that shit like cannot stay frozen that long, can it?
He's been transferred over to.
He's rich, dude. You know, rich people have fucking crazy technology.
That's true. Plus, I mean, he hated Jews. Fuck that guy.
He did.
He did.
Yeah, it's
interesting.
Yeah,
It's
it's
a
real
anti-Semitic, man.
Yes. I'm sorry. Anyways,
Yeah.
So the
Little
next one on the list is Little Mermaid, and who would you choose to play that role? Right? Yeah, I mean,
Ariana
ginger,
Grande.
right? Maybe. So
she has red hair.
Ginger, bro.
She has red hair, bro.
So the new person is an African American girl.
All right, why not?
Okay.
I guess.
Well, like,
She's black.
I mean, we're gonna do
but
that.
I mean, like, there's
fuck it.
there's like black and then there's black.
Whoa.
What does that mean?
No, like is it like the socially like acceptable people that are like the Disney's trying to pull a stunt? They're like, see, we're diverse, and they like got like a African American actor, or they're being like oh no, like we chose her because she's good, and it's like because like I mean like think about it like this, like
yeah, who do they
like
have
is
an actor?
Her name is Haley Bailey, right?
Haley Bailey.
Is that really her
No,
name?
let me see the
That's not her
picture.
name.
Let me see the picture. Let me see the picture. Like
Haley Bailey.
it's not like I'm trying to be an asshole about it. It's just that like
I understand
like
what you're saying, though. I
like
understand
look
what
at
you're
the Black Panther movie. Okay.
Let me see.
Look at the Black Panther movie. Like the warrior women
Oh, she's
in
pretty.
it.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what they're called, but like they were like extremely like dark complected. You know, like the like
Yeah, like they
like,
the role
they,
that was
like they were like they were like
fit
the
the
actual
role.
yeah they fit the role. They
Yeah.
weren't trying to like whitewash it and get like light skinned actors and stuff
yeah, they
like
didn't,
that.
they
you
didn't
know?
put Drake in there.
Yeah, dude, they
You know what I
didn't
mean?
put Drake. That guy's, whitewashed as hell. Not trying, but his music slaps. But like that, like that's what I was saying. Like did Disney try to whitewash this character? Like, oh yeah, we're trying to be diverse and get like African American actor, and it's only like she's just like
It could
There.
be
So
one of
what-
two things.
what do
It
you-
could be one of two
Where do you
things.
stand
I'm
on the subject? That
I-
are you for it? Are you
I
against it?
don't give a fuck because I don't care
Okay.
about Disney.
All right.
That's where
I don't honestly like. I think it's like cool. Like okay, cool. Like they're being more
Different
diverse
take.
and stuff like that. And, like that's
Right.
That's
I can't believe
That's
they didn't
better.
get an actual fucking mermaid, man. Just kidding. No, go on.
Yeah, but like, do you want the mermaid that's like top half fish, bottom half human?
top half fish, bottom dude. Like, cause think about it like this, bro. She top half fish and bottom half human. You still get to fuck the pussy, and she'll get even crazier head, bro.
Yeah.
Those fucking like teethless mouth.
You know?
You did
The
that,
trout?
bro.
Yeah,
Okay, so the people that are listening to the audio only at this point, Josh just made the fish face and like pretended to suck a dick real
Yeah.
quick. So,
No, okay, well, let me tell you my take on that. Let me tell you my
Alright,
take on that. So it's either one
fish
of two
blowjobs.
things.
Right.
Fish blowjobs, fish sticks. No. So it's either one of two things,
My
right?
fucking,
They're either
hold on, sorry. My brother's watching, and he's like, "Hey, talk about Freemasonry," because he's a Freemason, and I'm like, "No," because I don't know anything about that.
He's
What is it?
Illuminati.
He builds walls. That's cool.
Cool, dude. Anyway, so this is my take on the whole mermaid thing, right? It's either one of two things. One, they're trying to patronize the whole situation. They're like, yeah, we're fucking diverse. See, we have a black actress as our lead. Or it's like, we ran out of material. We're trying to, new spin on it. We have a black actress.
I think entirely different because I saw a lot of people who are grown ass adults at this point. My age, 27, 26, and they're so fucking upset about it. And to me, it's just like, dude, like,
chill,
first
dude.
off, those movies aren't fucking made for you anymore. Disney still has a demographic, and the majority of the demographic is still fucking kids. Yeah, they're doing the whole thing with Marvel, but you have to realize that Marvel wasn't fucking acquired by Disney until like a couple years ago, right?
They're already in full swing.
There's source material and all the shit that they've had.
Can I real quick just should I believe the hype for Spooderman?
Dude, yes, best Spider-Man movie to date.
Thank you.
Dude, I'm gonna be honest. I'm so fucking excited to see that.
You haven't seen it?
I have not seen it.
Easily,
I fucking love Spider-Man so much.
So there's
even though there's an Iron Man poster.
So they did
respect. It's my favorite.
They
superhero in the
did
Marvel universe.
so good. It was so good. I want to talk about it. So like
I know you want.
You could be on one for Be Real, dude.
Oh, dude, like you tell me when you guys are gonna have the Be Real for that movie, and I'll fucking watch it. Like before. I watch it. I watch it the day before the thing happens, so I can like be fresh in my mind.
All right, cool. Yeah, I'm planning on. I have a link for it that one of my homies sent me, and I was like, I don't want to do this.
Fucking throw it up.
I mean, I don't know because I mean, like if it's linked right now, that means it's probably gonna be like that shaky cam shit.
That's exactly why I don't want to watch it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dude,
I don't do that. I don't play that.
So Spider-Man, dope. Anyway, whatever. So the thing is, Marvel still has. I mean, Disney still has like shit that they're producing for kids.
Yeah.
Right. And that story is a story for kids. And then not only that, and a lot of people don't realize this. Those stories aren't fucking American stories. They're not English stories either. They're like Danish stories that they're adapted from. Yeah. The majority of them are old fairy tales that have been adapted to become that.
The Brothers Grimm shit, no?
Yeah. So yeah, like the original story of Notre Dame had the fucking hunchback dude kill himself, and then like the
moral of the story was
the original story for the original story for Little Mermaid, dude. She fucking like. She dies and she evaporates. Right, she evaporates and turns into like a mist and rains or some bullshit. I don't know what the fuck happens.
Saves the world.
It was a completely different thing. So point is, they're not making the fucking movie for you anymore. And the thing is that like one of the points that
being a fucking pussy.
One of the points that I saw, which I thought was a really good fucking point, is that like for a lot of these kids, that's gonna be the original movie for them. There are kids who believe right now that like the live version adaptations of like The Jungle Book and Aladdin. They think those are.
Did you watch Aladdin?
I haven't, no. But
dude, I'm not gonna watch it.
Purposely, I'm gonna reiterate this. I don't give a shit about any of the things. I just think
I'm actually really excited for Lion King.
I'm excited because the guy who's producing it is the same dude who produced Iron Man, and so like
he's also like good. He also did Jungle Book.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So he does a good fucking job. So
and plus Childish Gambino comes out, Donald Glover.
Yeah,
amazing. Dude.
So and I'm more like if Franny mentioned this last time, he's excited about John Oliver being on there as well. John Oliver's fucking hilarious. So.
John Oliver, he's gonna be the toucan,
fucking
right?
toucan, yeah.
Yeah.
So this weekend tonight.
What? Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, John Oliver. So a lot of people what they don't realize is that they're adapting this for kids, right? And when one of the things that happened, like we're getting more progressive as a society, right? When Little Mermaid came out, apparently one of the side effects from that happening is that a lot of ginger kids who were picked on for being gingers were all of a sudden
put up on a pedestal.
Yeah, they were put up on a pedestal and they weren't, bullied anymore.
I still really don't understand why they were bullied.
Well, I mean, I don't fucking know either. But the point
it doesn't make any sense.
I mean, either way, we always have like an ugly thing of like if you look different from somebody else, like there's always some sort of like weird thing. So anyway,
I got bullied because people thought I was gay.
Wait, you're not gay?
You're not,
dude. Oh fuck! I'm sorry, bro. Yeah,
just kidding.
Damn, Yo, everyone in the world, I'm not gay. So yeah, thank you.
Just look gay.
Yeah, I just look gay.
So yeah, no, man. So the whole thing is that they hope that that's the same thing for little black children. And I personally, I'm cool with that motive if that's what it is.
That's fine with me.
I'm not okay with the notion that maybe it might be a move strictly for
like Captain Marvel
for controversy. What about Captain Marvel?
Captain Marvel was like, actually.
Captain Marvel, I think they got the role right. I just don't like that she's using she makes she makes the platform like she uses the platform, and she's so fucking abrasive about it. There are a lot of other people who are doing like you have like Emma Watson, fucking Hermione, right? Her Hermione, like that
The original heroine.
She's a champion for a lot of like women's rights and all that kind of shit.
Yeah.
To the point where she straight up got into fucking like legislation for it, dude. Like she's a politician now.
Yeah.
And
what the fuck?
I'm not sure if you knew that, but she is.
No,
She's
I
part
didn't.
of like
Hey, you
English
want to know something
Parliament or
super
some
weird?
bullshit.
Also,
What?
I'm not sure what he did, but you know the guys Harold and Kumar, those movies.
Yeah.
The guy that played Kumar, he worked with President Obama.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm not sure what
So
exactly he did.
Maybe he's a
but-
speechwriter or something.
Yeah, I know, like fucking like that fucking show he's in. I forgot, dude, but yeah, he was in something like that. Super weird, like when actors do like politician shit.
Yeah.
Same thing with like Seth Rogen. He's with the whole Alzheimer's thing.
Yeah.
And
those are
John
examples of people who use it.
9/11?
yeah,
Th-
John
those-
Stewart.
That was nuts.
Dude, that made
And
me shit. That teared me up, bro.
Those are examples of celebrities who use their platform and they use it correctly.
Have you seen the one with Terry Crews?
There's
Yeah. Just shake his tits everywhere.
No,
he-
Terry Crews got sexually molested.
Yeah.
Oh,
You didn't know that?
yeah.
Dude, he did the
So-
no more movement. That was fucking insane, dude.
So that was again examples of people who are using their platform correctly. All I've ever seen, what the fuck is it? Brie Larson do is
Suck herself off.
be inflammatory as fuck during interviews, and then all of a sudden, or like during like Twitter rants, and all of a sudden that's regarded as like, oh, she's a fucking queen,
Activist and shit.
and she's an activist,
Yeah,
and it's like,
queen,
dude,
all
that's
that
not.
That's
That's
not how
not
it works.
activism. I could fucking bitch about anything on here, and they're not gonna say like, "Yeah, Roger, like you're fucking like."
Dude, they're gonna be all like, dude, stop bitching.
Yeah, they're just gonna say some shit or whatever. So point is like, yeah, man, I didn't think Captain Marvel had all that much controversy.
Yeah, I think my gripe with it was more so that I felt like it was lackluster.
Oh, dude, Captain Marvel was 100% filler.
Right?
100% filler.
Dude,
That's all it was.
I watched the movie. It was fucking boring.
Yeah,
Oh,
the
dude.
movie was boring as shit.
Dude, and you know
and
what
the
kinda-
thing
you
is
know
that,
kinda
like,
made me
It
a
was
little
good.
sad,
It
though.
was good in 3D. I'll
I
say
didn't
that
see
much.
it. You know what bummed me out a little bit? You can tell that fucking Samuel L. Jackson's getting old. Because even though they made him look young, like you can see his movements, like he's like slowed down so much,
Yeah,
dude.
yeah.
And it's
I
so
noticed
sad
that
because
at,
I mean, like
Hateful Eight.
he's already like, how old is he now?
I don't know.
Oh shit,
Whoops.
60s,
in his 60s. I think he's older,
70s.
maybe.
He's probably like 90.
Black
Black don't crack, baby.
Dude, you know what? When Morgan Freeman dies, dude, I'm gonna fucking get sad, bro.
Shit, I don't know. Yeah.
Morgan Freeman and also Bob Dylan.
Anyways, on the topic of movies, dude.
Okay.
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Yeah. What about it?
Oh, dude,
Fucking ready for that shit.
I'm so excited for that shit.
I was disappointed about the last Tarantino movie. I hope this isn't another.
You
Which
what?
one?
You didn't like
Hateful
the Hateful
Eight?
Eight?
I didn't like it.
What
Dude,
the fuck?
wow,
Why
I
not?
actually really like that
I
one.
was like, I don't know, just it was so off key for me. I don't know. It's just not what I rolled in expecting the Tarantino movie to be.
I think because there was also a lot of hype behind it. It was
Maybe
like his
that's what
eighth
it was.
movie. He showed it
and the
on
thing
like
is-
I think it was 35 millimeter.
35
like,
millimeter.
all the whole time, and it's like that's
and
cool.
You know
I
what?
guess.
That's what I think. That's what happened is that I went there expecting like the narrative to be great, but like the cinematography, it was more of like the floor like level, like that's what they were kind of pushing.
Yeah.
And it was nice. It was a beautiful fucking movie.
Yeah, it
couldn't
really
get
was.
behind the pacing of the story.
Yeah. Did you know like in Revenant, the guy didn't use any lighting. He used just like natural
Natural
sunlight.
lighting?
Yeah,
Damn.
natural sunlight.
That's crazy.
They look beautiful too. That was a
Yeah, that
nice
was a
movie.
really like you could see the greenery.
I
like,
really want to
deep
go watch
and
fucking
shit.
Midsummer. That was a fucking
Dude,
great.
I want to see that one so bad too.
The two movies that I'm surprised that have been living up to the hype are both Midsummer and Spooter Bang.
Dude, yo,
Scooter Bang.
Easily Spider-Man
Bang,
is
bang.
it was easily my favorite Spider-Man movie and utilization
general?
of the chair in general.
Wow.
Before that, I want to say it was maybe like Spider-Man 2.
Mhm.
Dude, I was about to say
With
Spider-Man
Toby?
2 with Toby.
Spider-Man 2.
And it's just, like,
if
full
we're
stops the train like that.
if we're counting
Great
story.
if we were counting like animated movies, we would
Into the
I would say
Spider-Verse.
into the Spider-Verse number
100%.
1. That movie is just 10/10, a good fucking
Dude, I
movie.
saw it twice. One day. Oh, I saw it one day. Saw it the next day again because I was just like, it's so good. Fuck. I'm down to watch it again. Did it.
I've only seen one movie twice ever, which was Infinity War.
Really?
Yeah, that was the only movie I saw twice.
I saw it twice, yeah.
Yeah.
I watched Infinity War pretty often and Civil War pretty often too. But
Civil War actually did not catch my attention as much as I loved.
really, I fucking love that airport scene, dude. That airport scene was dope.
Airport
And
was
then-
cool and shit. Like I think, like honestly, like I don't know why.
They could have made Civil War like a 2-part movie like they did Infinity War, honestly, because like that the whole Civil
The
War
arc in the comics
yeah,
is
the arc in the
ridiculous.
comics is nuts, dude.
How
they,
fucking
like, Cap dies,
Were
right?
you guys
Or
annoyed
Tony?
in Endgame? Were you guys annoyed at how like fucking they didn't use the Hulk at all?
Yeah.
That
I was
fucking
annoyed.
lame,
I was
It
annoyed.
was
They
like,
didn't
let's
use him in
fucking-
Infinity War or in Endgame. Endgame, he comes out for like a brief second.
They
Like
used them in the
The
fucking
biggest thing-
Ragnarok was the last one where he got used like a pretty good.
Yeah,
amount.
dude.
Yeah,
He was
right?
literally
Yeah.
like it was
dude.
like
Even in
him
Civil
and-
War, he didn't come out all that much, right?
Civil War
No,
he didn't come out at all.
He didn't come out at all. What the?
Isn't
fuck?
that where he fucking flies off?
Yeah, he flies
Yeah,
off
that's-
after
that's like,
Age
yeah.
of Ultron. Yeah. Well, fuck, man. We just gonna start talking movies. I'm
We
down.
can, whatever.
I-
So
it's whatever.
I don't want to. Okay.
Let's stay away from Spider-Man.
Yeah, of course. Most disappointing Marvel movie for you, Orly, because I know you wanted to talk about some movie shit last time, and we didn't get to talk.
Oh, I just want to say here, Josh, Rockhold got knocked out.
Who?
Rockhold,
Wow.
you were
That's-
right.
Shitty. No, I had him winning by KO.
Oh,
Oh,
really?
actually, I had him winning by submission. I was expecting like some groundwork, maybe like a rear naked choke or something.
Yeah. Nah,
Damn
he
it.
got knocked out. But
sucks.
my favorite Marvel movie is that what you said?
Most disappointing.
Most
Marvel
disappointing.
movie.
Most
yeah.
disappointing Marvel movie. Iron Man 3.
You know what? I've heard that so many times.
Iron Man 3
That's like your
sucked.
biggest suck, right? Too.
Yeah.
Iron Man 3 sucked.
I don't know if it's Thor 2. I think Thor: The Dark World.
Thor Dark World is actually really badly like put together.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's like because like the story is really cool. It introduces the ether and all that shit. And that's really cool, dope. And that was a really gritty movie. One of the first like grit movies that they made in the Marvel universe, which is you can kind of tell that's when the turn happened. They were more and more intense. And then like Ragnarok came and just fucked everything up. And just
Ragnarok was good.
but
though.
Ragnarok was fucking good. I'm not gonna lie, but I'm saying like it just completely changed the vibe. That was like the most. I think that was like the most colorful Marvel
Yeah.
movie they've ever made.
No, but Guardians of the Galaxy was pretty colorful.
I think Guardians of the Galaxy, their biggest attribute was like the music.
Yeah, the soundtrack, but
Yeah.
also like the introduction of like the actual like galaxy versus
yeah.
just being on Earth and shit.
Yeah,
But I feel like that one was pretty colorful, especially the second one.
you think so?
Yeah.
Oh, that when he was on Igor's planet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it was like a bunch of just like,
Fucking
whoa,
cool.
did
Yeah,
I just
dude.
drop acid or some shit? Like, what the fuck? Actually, not even. Doctor Strange might be even more colorful. Fuck am I saying?
Dude, Doctor Strange when he's like tripping out, that shit was
At the end.
intense.
At the end, it was
When it
colorful
was his fight,
shit.
yeah, with
when
his
he
fight
was
with Dormammu.
Dormammu.
But I think
That
like
was
the
a
most
fucking crazy fight.
Oh, dude. I think the most colorful one in Marvel movies in general, if we're including all of them, is also Spider-Verse.
Yes, 100%. 100%, dude.
100%.
100.
It's really,
But
really fucking good, dude.
Fucking cool.
That shit makes you want to like.
I'm gonna go back
just
to that
feel
3-story house.
super
and come.
inspired, dude. Just
So
fucking-
yeah, Iron Man 3. Yeah, trash. That was
Fucking
my
hate that movie.
dude.
dude.
That's the one with the guy, right?
That's the guy like
Mandarin,
the
Mandarin.
The
the man.
Dude, and that
I'm
actor,
so
I
confused
forgot
by
his
his name.
name.
Ben Kingsley, bro.
Dude, that guy's
Good
fucking
actor.
He's a good.
good.
Yeah, he's a
dude.
fucking
And he
OG.
fucking like
Killed it in
They made him a
Shutter
little
Island.
bitch, dude.
Dude,
it
for
was
real,
it was
fucking terrible role, dude.
Age of Ultron 2. I mean, Avengers 2, Age of Ultron. That was also kind of like disappointing for me.
I like how like Scarlet Witch just doesn't have an accent anymore after that movie.
Oh, you're
that's
right.
true, dude. That's
funny.
true, bro.
I'm Russian. Nah,
No.
just kidding, dude. I'm from California.
Yeah, you got too
I'm fucking
difficult
around,
for
bro.
it.
What's
Yeah.
up?
I was hoping that they
I'm
would.
fucking a robot. What up, dude? What's going on?
That robo dick.
Fuck, man. I want to talk about it's. Just go watch Spider-Man.
Yeah, all right, dude. Let's not talk about movies anymore.
I want
Alright,
to talk.
man.
I'm
Yeah,
just
stop.
kidding.
There's other genres of movies we can talk about, dude. What do you think of Hereditary, bro? Let's go back in time.
Dude, Hereditary was
It's
the
a
shit.
classic.
What's a good movie that you've watched recently, man?
Recently,
Yeah.
dude, I haven't watched movies in a fat minute, man. I'm a little because like the shit that happened, like I have no one to go with and shit, and I'm just kind of like, ugh, I don't want to go by myself.
What?
Go
Go
the
by
reason-
yourself,
Pull up
bro.
with the
The-
boys, dude.
Oh,
Dude,
yeah,
it's just
holla at
like the reason
So-
why I don't like going by myself is like I'm fucking lazy. Like I'm surprised. Like you should be surprised how fucking lazy I am. There's times where I just don't want to get up and I'm just laying down, and I stay laying down for like let's say I wake up like at 12. I'm not getting out of bed until like maybe 4.
You're just there, like
Yeah, I'm just
well,
there,
Let me
and
jack off for a bit and
Yeah, and just fucking like staying.
see what's going on YouTube.
Yeah, and I fucking get on my phone, and I literally like I wake up and while my phone was charging, so I take it out from the charger and I drain it all the way to like 20%, and then I start charging it again. Like that's how fucking much I'm in
Yeah,
my
you know
bed.
what? I think I'll shower now. It's like 5 in the
Find a
afternoon.
fucking afternoon, or
That's
like
terrible,
the
bro.
only time, like yeah, dude, that's like it's fucking really unhealthy. But I don't know why. I just too lazy to do anything, and then I hate going out. No, I'm lying. I love going out. I'm lying there. I hate driving. That's what I hate. I fucking hate driving anywhere. There's times where like I lie to Franny. Franny's about to find out. Where I'm like, he invites me. Let's do karaoke or something. I'm like, yeah, dude. I don't have gas. Can you pick me up? I actually do have gas. I just don't want to drive. I do have gas. I just don't want to drive. Next time he's gonna
text like, "Fuck you, you're full of shit."
Yeah, dude. Fuck you. It's like, no, dude, for real. I'm out of gas. No, man. Come on, man. But yeah, there's times I'm just fucking lazy. Dude. I just don't want to go.
I don't know. I like going to the movies by myself. I've seen a couple.
I've gone to the movies once by myself, and I'm not gonna lie, it was a cool experience. But this is when I was like young. I was like maybe like.
I want to go watch. What the fuck was the name of that movie? I
saw 2 movies.
A Quiet Place, right?
A Quiet Place? Oh,
is
dude.
that the one with
John Krasinski?
With Jim.
Yeah.
Jim.
I'm gonna be honest. Great movie. The ending kills it.
Oh, you think so?
Where they're like,
the movie.
Strap up.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. Fucking terrible, bro.
I liked it. I thought it was a good movie.
I mean, the good fucking movie.
I hated that Redbox was like, hey, we're also doing the same thing.
Yeah, I like how like
Redbox
is like, you can tell they're losing hella money, and they're like, oh fuck, what can I do? Oh, I know what to do. In our stations where we have one machine, we're gonna put another machine right next to it. Cause that's the problem. That's why they're not renting out movies, because they only have one machine.
I'm talking about fucking Breadbox, dude.
Breadbox? Birdbox. They said Redbox. The fucking like, I just look like a dipshit now.
I didn't know what the fuck you were talking about either. You were saying Breadbox
on purpose.
So,
yeah.
Right?
Oh shit. Yeah, I heard Redbox.
Birdbox was a trash fucking movie. I don't know why.
And then they were like, let's make the same movie again. That other one.
I don't know why. Yeah, you're right. That recent one
with the giant bats thing.
Right.
I forgot what it's called.
I don't know who's.
Started watching it. I was like, let me give it a chance. All right, dude, I'm out.
Which one's that one? I haven't even heard of that one.
Fuck, I forgot the name of it.
Hey, that's how fucking terrible it was. I don't even remember.
Netflix just dropping eggs, dude.
There's like Netflix like came out like back in 2004. What the fuck? Back into like 2014, they released some fucking good shit, and then 2017 they released some more good shit.
Can we talk about how fucking shitty the last episode or the last season of Black Mirror was?
Oh, dude, it was trash.
Damn, I didn't even watch it, dude.
Yeah, it was so fucking.
Dude, I watched all of the episodes like hoping for something, and
season 5, right? It's on season 5.
Season 5, yeah.
Season 4 was fucking intense, bro.
Even like, still, it was still a little lackluster.
It wasn't as good as season 3 for sure.
Which one's the one where they Shut Up and Dance comes out? Is that season 3?
That's like season 2, I think.
Season 2? Are you sure? Oh,
yeah.
Fuck,
nah, it was 3.
Oh, season 3.
No,
because season 2 is the one where.
2, yeah.
Season 3 has the playtest.
Season 3 was the one with Killer DJ, no?
Yeah.
Or no?
Maybe.
Tequila DJ. Is that the?
I don't remember.
It's the one where they had the dating cycle thing over and over again.
Oh yeah, that one was
pretty cool.
Fucking killer,
dude. I mean, like,
well, yeah. So it was funny as shit that seeing that. I read something on that real quick, where it was like it said, Black Mirror season 1. You know, maybe a life full of technologies and mere images or reflections of life is not a life worth living at all. And then season 5 of Black Mirror. What if I could suck my friend's dick on Street Fighter?
That's exactly what it was.
It was because that's literally what an episode is about, man.
Oh my God. Let's make out.
I don't even care. Just fucking kiss me, bro. Like, yo, I'm not even gonna lie, dude. Like, I'm gonna spoil the shit out of this.
No, it's fine, dude. Honestly, I'm probably not even gonna watch it
because it's not worth watching, dude. It really, it's so bad. You
I heard so many bad reviews. I was like, nah.
So all right, episode 1 recap. So Falcon,
aka Captain America,
aka the current Captain America, right? He likes video games, right? And then so like his friend who also likes video games buys him a little like device where they go and they fucking
VR.
They use like a VR thing that transports your body and nervous system, all that kind of shit, or whatever, into a virtual character, right? And then so you can go and you can fight. And literally the first fight, they're there and they're like, hey, man, that hurt. They're like, oh, this could do combos, whatever.
And then you realize they're about to fuck.
And then they start like fighting or whatever. And then this guy, like they get there and they're like, ha, ha. And they stop. And like that dude like tries to kiss him. He was like, whoa, man, hey, what the fuck? And then so they go back and then that was that. And then they the guys like they were like super weirded out. He logs off, logs back online. He sees a little invite from his friend, and then they get on there, and they're like, "Hey, man, we just want just a regular fucking fight, man. Yeah, just a regular fucking fight, dude." So one of them is a dude, right, and the other one's a girl avatar
yeah.
right? And so
fucking
they go and
Chun-Li.
they start fucking fighting, dude, and then they start fighting, And then all of a sudden the scene switches and then they're fucking, dude. They just start fucking.
And I thought it was gonna go somewhere else. Honestly, I was like, oh shit, like maybe they're gonna get trapped and they can't get fucking out, and they're like,
oh, dude,
play
that
video
episode
games.
was good, dude.
Yeah, but you know what, dude? You know why I think this season was so shitty? Because Bandersnatch was dope as fuck.
Yeah, Bandersnatch.
You really like Bandersnatch?
I loved it,
dude. I'm gonna be honest. Fuck that movie, bro.
Why,
dude? I watched that motherfucker for 4 hours, dude. Just trying to see, just trying to go through all the fucking different outcomes, and I still didn't get them all. And then like when I finally got the actual the full outcome, like the one that everyone tries to get to, I watched it. Dude, that was like the last one I wanted to do. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna save that one for the end. And I got onto all the other ones, and then finally 4 hours later, I get to that one, and it ends, and the girl just like fucking breaks her computer or some shit. And I'm just like, that's it. Fuck this, dude. I'm fucking. That's 4 hours of my life just fucking gone.
Because there's so many different. Like it depends, man. That's what I really liked about that.
I mean, it's a cool
it
fucking
was super
concept.
creative.
Yeah,
fucking
I liked
amazing concept.
I remember the first time I saw anything like that was like some YouTube show that had like the options for you to do.
Yeah.
I forgot which one it was though. But.
Like what was also super cool that I liked. Because I'm saying like the concept of the movie is fucking cool. Like there was even like choices that you get only if you went through that same scenario like 3 or 4 times. You know, like that's crazy. Mm-hmm. Like to fucking think that advance, into the movie, which is extremely creative. That's extremely amazing. But the actual movie itself was fucking gay.
I loved the movie, man.
I thought it was good.
I loved the movie. I thought it was so good. And
I mean, like the ending did not pay off for what it was.
I liked how they had so many different like somber endings, and then they had that one ending about when you find like, oh hey, you're on Netflix. They're like, what the fuck is Netflix? Then it starts that whole fight scene.
Yeah.
That whole shit was hilarious, dude.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
And
I like the one where like he jumps out the window and the director cut.
Yeah, dude.
That was good too.
And it was so good. Like, it was a good
dude.
utilization of like just about everything and breaking the fourth wall and all that kind of shit.
But
So what?
Keep going.
No, I'm done.
Okay, all right. So I saw the second season of the OA, and
I haven't seen it.
Okay, do you care?
I don't.
Okay. Well, have you seen it?
No.
So the OA is fucking good. You should watch it. I'm about to spoil it. I'm sorry, everyone. Whatever. But so they do a kind of thing like that,
I'm about
right?
to spoil Stranger Things, guys.
Fuck you, dude. Don't spoil that one. I'm on like the second to last episode. Yeah. I think I'm like on either 6 or 7. I know there's only like 8. It's so good. It's so fucking good. You need to watch this shit. But anyway,
Franny's calling me, man.
Answer. Tell him to fucking put him on speaker.
All
Just
right.
talk shit to him. Hey, fuck you, Franny.
Yo.
Yo.
Hey, bro, did you get my message, dude?
No, what's up?
They told us at practice today that we have a mandatory practice tomorrow. It was a shit show. I'm sorry, dude, but I have to bail on the show.
Okay.
Yeah, we're doing it from 12 to 6, so my bad, Brett. Are you still hanging with Roger and Josh?
Yeah, dude, we're live right now, dude.
Oh, shit, my bad, bro.
No, you're good, dude.
Later.
Laters, man.
God damn it.
Shit. That's because we were gonna go to a concert.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, in San Antonio.
Damn.
And now he's telling me he
Rip.
can't go. So.
R.I.P. What are you gonna go watch? Or what are you gonna
Kuko.
see?
Yeah, I'm gonna go see Kuko in San Antonio. Now I got an extra ticket. So, anyone out there, come.
Oh, he's gonna bail on the Kuko show.
Yeah. I can text my friend. I think I have a friend that lives in San Antonio. He'd probably be down.
So, anyways, the OA like weird show about traveling through dimensions, and then at the end, they like hop from one dimension to another, and in that other dimension, people are trying to figure out how to leave dimensions now and shit.
Yeah.
So at the very end, they leave, and then the guy that leaves that dimension comes into this reality where it's actually just a Netflix show. So they break the fourth wall like badass again, and you're like, what the fuck? Like super mind fuck. It was really good. I like how they fucking did that.
Yeah.
And I assume that's probably like where they kind of got the idea for the whole Bandersnatch thing. But it's a good show. I would recommend watching it. It's fucking great. Netflix has some good shows, man. Jessica Jones is good. Although I don't know how I felt about this last season.
Canceled?
Yeah, they did this last season, and that was it.
Yeah.
I mean, like, they canceled a lot of, like,
they
those,
canceled
like,
all the Marvel movies because they're going to go onto the Disney streaming service.
Oh, really? They canceled all of them?
Same thing with that they had a really cool deal that I thought was dope, where they signed it maybe like 2 years ago that every Disney release was going to be put on Netflix from then on, and it had like a retroactive date. I don't know what. That's why all the Marvel movies and all that shit started getting put on there.
And then they just like, you know what, we can make more money by fucking doing our own
exactly.
service.
Yeah, so they made their own. So they're gonna make their own service, Disney, whatever the fuck.
Fucking Disney.
So I'm gonna get close to wrapping here because I want to go check out these fights.
All right, man.
What do you think?
I'm down. Whatever.
Because this guy said he's projecting it on his wall.
Yeah, dude. I gotta also take a fat piss, dude.
Nice. Is it the main event already?
I don't think so.
I'm pretty sure that it doesn't start until 11.
It is, dude.
No,
it
it's
probably
10.
Is.
No.
Ask him what fight's on.
Doesn't it start like at 11 usually?
I don't know. It depends because there might be a knockout on the one right before.
That's true. That could be true. But I mean, like, what are the chances? No, it's actually no.
Yeah, what the fuck you mean?
Yeah,
it's fucking Amanda Nunes and Holly Holm.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's wrap it.
Plug your shows, man. Tell us a little bit about it. Tell us what the fucking motivation is going to be behind it, and what kind of art to see, what kind of stuff we're going to expect on that show.
Yeah, dude. So you can catch me every Thursday. I try to go at least every Thursday to the mic drop. You know?
Oh, thanks.
So like, I try to do that every fucking Thursday. Catch me there, them kicking it, getting drunk as shit. I also have an art show coming up November 8th. I'm gonna have like massive pieces up. I'm gonna have like 5-foot pieces, like 5 by 3s and stuff like that, like 60-inch pieces, as big as I can get them. Just massive pieces of like just art that I think is really cool. Like I'm doing a lot of like impressionism, abstract, some realism in there. Not much because that fucking takes me like hours to do. So yeah, just guys can go. I think the show, I'm going to try to have it to start at 8 p.m. November 8th. And then they're going to have a video premiere for my friend Juan. Shout out Juan. Go watch Casino. Also a great fucking film that he made. But yeah, thank you guys. Fucking finally on here after like 4 tries.
Yeah, man, we'll get you on the Be Real one. And
I still want to do another one with all of us plus
fucking,
Franny.
I won't fucking talk next time.
Please don't talk to me.
I'll just like sit here and just not talk to him.
Like, I mean, just take the mic away from him. Yeah.
I'll just mute it. Just go
I've been muted this whole time, dude.
I was like, well, shit, we were live, bro. Fuck, dude.
Thank y'all for tuning in.
Thanks for tuning in. I don't have anything to... Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, we got the mic drops going on. Next week on Thursday, we're going to have not an open mic. It's going to be a collaborative show with Laredo Funny. It's Keg Stand 17. Keg Stand 17. I want to say this is the right word.
Doing a feature?
Yeah, I'll be on as a special guest. And there will be Jerry Rocha, who's a comedian from LA, who's coming down here. He's got a spot. He's doing He's doing a tour, and he's going to be hitting some spots here in South Texas. And he's swinging by here for the show at Cultura.
It's a free show, right?
It is a free show. It's collaborative again with Laredo Funny. We're putting our heads together and like differences aside to put all this shit together, and it should be a real good show. Not differences. That sounded bad. Like there's bad blood. No, I mean like we're putting our heads together for the show.
Putting our dicks together.
So. Yeah, it should be a real good show. We're excited for it, and
the following day on Friday is the Fourth Dimension Fridays.
Yeah, that's right.
Cultura,
Fourth Dimension, baby.
Yeah, that's right. So we have that. We have two real cool events at Cultura coming up
this next week.
This next week, again, the comedy show, mic drop, kickstand. That's going to be on
Thursday.
On Thursday, July
11th,
and on July 12th, we'll have.
4DF Fridays.
Fourth Dimension Fridays.
8 p.m. to 11.
If you guys aren't aware of what Fourth Dimension Fridays are, because we didn't really, we were hitting it hard. It's a live podcast. We're going to be basically doing this in front of an audience. We encourage you guys to go because we do want some audience interaction at the end of the episode. We'll have a little segment for that. And then you guys can stick around for the fucking live music, man. It's going to be a good time.
Out and
fuck yeah, dude.
Have some brewskis.
And come.
Just pull up and have a cold one.
A cold one?
Cold one. Come.
Beer, conspiracies, music, Fourth Dimension Fridays, Cultura, July 12th.
I'll see you there. Beep, beep.
Later.